Hello everyone, welcome to Crabby D&D. I am here with my players, Ellie.
Oh.
Kirv.
Hello.
Mortar.
Hello.
And Vinny.
Hello.
We are missing a Romulus today, but Romulus will hopefully be back next week. We shall see. Missing you, Romulus. We missed the shenaniganry and the rat hats. Yeah. So, let us begin this session. Welcome back. Last session, our party of adventurers, Ellie, Carvern, Kirv, Mortar, Romulus, and Vinny, went to another realm to cleanse Ellie and Romulus of their corruption, bartering a deal with a mysterious superpower by the name of Devotion. With the deal now done, and the party experiencing just how insignificant they are to some of these great beings, they took some time to themselves to overcome these newfound fears and worries. But now, with some rest under their belt and the horizon looking far more pleasant than before, they head to Wizardcon. So, you've all received your relative long rests, you've all restored yourselves as you would need to, and the horizon for once is looking bright, as the first day of Wizardcon begins today.
Come. Wizardcon.
Wizardcon. Wizardcon. Wizardcon.
Wizardcon. Let's go, Wizardcon. Wizards. Yay.
Okay. So, all heading to the lay gates in this moment. All ready to go to Wizardcon with Ellie's guidance on this matter. You all hold hands. And for the first time, it's actually quite nice not to hold a weird tentacle hand thing of Ellie's in order to get there. But,
Wow.
you know,
Hand shaming.
you didn't have hands. You had a mouth on it
didn't.
before and it would lick you and it'd be like, "Argh." Like Casper from How's Moving Castle. Anyway. As you... Calcifer, that's the one, not Casper. As you step through the lay gates, you'll feel that kind of shift from one place to another as you end up in a relatively nice location. Because it's the first time that this has come up in a while, Ellie, I would like you to roll for me. Where is it? There it is. Get to load. Come on. It's only a PDF. Okay. Roll me 2d8, please.
Okay. We got 7 and 4.
So a total of 11. Wait, is it 2d8? Yeah, it's 11. Okay. The weather, thankfully for this particular Wizardcon, is very mild.
Oh, nice.
So
I'll take that.
it is nice weather today. There is a little bit of cloud, but otherwise no. Not particularly too scorching. There is nice weather out, and it is very welcome. So, where would you like to pop up in Marasmere?
Okay, where is the market? Because that was typically where we visited every time I was here.
So, market was this building here. There's a large
it'll
market
be around
building.
here.
Okay.
Because that would be the only real familiar thing, because it's been expanded since I was last here.
That's
I
true.
never had walls to start with.
It's true. Okay. Let me grab a... Why does Ellie not have a token on the initiative order? Oh,
I
right, because you
exploded.
weren't there. Right. Really confused for a second
Alright,
there.
yeah.
Gorgeous map, by the way.
Yeah, absolutely. Nicely done.
Let's do... Okay. So, appearing in the marketplace. You... ending up in the kind of the center of the marketplace as you pop in. It doesn't seem to be an unfamiliar sight for individuals to be popping in at this particular time, and feeling almost a natural draw to a location, you find yourself standing on top of a teleportation platform, as if your guided teleport has drawn you to it. As you see a kind of simple stone platform that has been, a simple wooden platform that has been erected for part of Wizardcon, and drawn out on the surface of what looks to be a magical sheet of vellum of some form, is a teleportation circle that acts as an anchor for those teleporting to Marasmere for Wizardcon. As you and your party otherwise step off of it, you can see that there are a number of individuals very busily going about business. Individuals moving into place, setting up tents, beginning to establish themselves in different areas around here, and what look to be a large number of wizards who are kind of going around and forming these little meet and greets. Just kind of getting to know one another. You've arrived at Wizardcon early, so most of the stands are still in the process of setting up, but you have some time. And like you said, it's different from before. Marasmere is generally quite a nice, a little bit chaotic in terms of a place. It's not a large settlement by any means, but it's large enough to house a good number of people. It's got a wall around the exterior, kind of a simple palisade wall, and quite possibly, given its kind of home for trade and some good kind of solid crossings across the river itself, this is most likely going to expand into a city one day. But for the time being, it has been established as somewhere deep within the Beastlands, and a good place for Wizardcon to unfold. What would you like to do first? Oh, also, your grandfather is also with you as well, notably. Azera, grandfather, and Hearn are here as well. Sorry.
Oh, sweet. Is Granddad, or is he disguised?
He's
Granddad?
Disguised. So all of you see what looks to be a centaur of an older look, kind of longer hair, what looks to be different style of robes, but still has the kind of more of the traditional spellbook to his side, and to those who would know him, the particular set of wands that he owns. So he'd be recognized to those who he knows, but not to those who do not know him very well.
Okay. Well, to start with, we should probably find somewhere to stay, because all the places are going to fill up fast.
It's true.
Good idea.
And then maybe check out the stores as they're opening. So, where did I stay when I used to come here?
That is a good question. Are you looking for an answer from me?
Yeah.
Okay.
More
Go-
looking at an answer from my granddad.
Oh, okay, that's fair. Looking to
Yeah.
looking to your granddad for guidance on this. He turns to you and goes, "We usually stayed at the Creaky Buzzard. It's not far from here. The Creaky Buzzard is located here, right next to the market."
Oh, damn, yeah. We get to get front row seats to con. Alright, there. I'm going there.
Okay. I assume everyone's travelling in tow, following the con expert here.
You don't
Yeah.
have to. You can all go and do
Nah,
your
I'd like
things.
I'd like to make sure I have a place.
You'll have a place.
Mm.
Yeah,
Might be like a little cupboard, but you're going to have a place.
once we all know where we're meeting back up, we can
It's a
start.
good
sorting.
idea.
Okay.
As you head inside, you see the sign across the Creaky Buzzard is refurbished, and seems to have been given a bit more of a bit of love for this place from the last time that you came here, where it had seen not the best. It hadn't received the best treatment, but it was doable in this scenario. As you're heading inside, you see Martin there, kind of the middle-aged centaur, otherwise looking about. You can see that he's got a lot of people who are currently queued up looking for rooms. And as your grandfather comes in, he holds up a key, looking to your grandfather, just kind of gives it a wave and puts it down to one side, puts his hand on it. As your grandfather walks straight past the queue and, having pre-booked his location, goes over and picks the key up. Just gives a nod to Martin and places a small bag of coin down for Martin as he takes it, puts it to one side, and your grandfather kind of goes back over to your party. You're welcome to bunk with me if you would like to, so that you can save some coin and have it more for spending cash while you're around con. Alternatively, if you feel you would like a little bit of privacy and your own rooms, you're welcome to get them. Just note that the prices are hiked up for Wizardcon. And he lets you know which room he is, and he is going to head off to his room to begin setting up Magnificent Mansion.
Actually, a free room sounds fun. Rather than pay for a room.
Well, I wouldn't be paying for a room, because you'd need to buy rooms each.
Well, paying for a room each. I could. I think I'm gonna stay in the mansion, but if people want to get rooms, they can. I'll wait with.
What do people want to do?
I'm happy to accept free things if the offer is open to all.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That it is.
I think Kirv is sort of staying there, and she's sort of thinking, and she's looking over to Mortar, and looks like she wants to ask something, but she isn't quite confident enough.
Does Mortar catch that?
Yeah.
Okay. I think Mortar will kind of give her a quizzical kind of eyebrow and kind of like lean in so she can whisper what's kind of bothering her.
Do you want a room here?
Yeah, if you're cool with that, 100%. That'd be nice. Yeah, absolutely. Let's do it.
And she goes up. Does she have to wait in line?
You have to wait in line.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's where Kirv's going.
Okay.
It's going to be some bullshit amount now.
Genuinely.
As you wait in line, Vinny, Romulus, and Ellie, you otherwise bunking with Theamar, given the Magnificent Mansion. As the two of you are waiting in line, a number of other wizards otherwise arrive after you and begin to join the queue. A few of them look in, and there is a point where a few of them seem to have also booked ahead, so keys are being put down ahead of time, and you are quickly seeing the number of keys disappear from the back wall as the rooms are booked very quickly and taken up. With that in mind, I would like both of you to go ahead and roll me just d20s, please. If both of you roll below 5...
I'm making gravy!
You're making gravy? Oh no!
I'm making gravy.
Looks like I'm gonna roll. I'll roll for you then. Oh no, you are.
I'm not gonna.
You stole the dice.
I'm not gonna go to the mansion. I'm gonna watch because I want to see if they actually get a room.
Yeah, that's fair.
Shame on you. That's an 8. That was exactly the same thing as you were going to roll.
Yeah, that's fair. And Kirv?
Sorry, I'm rolling a d20.
Yep.
7.
Okay. You arrive at the desk to find that there is a few rooms left, enough that you could buy one each, and you would be able to, or you could buy one together. Up to you. As you arrive, the older centaur kind of looks at you and goes, "Hi, what room could I get for the two of you?"
Mortar will let Kirv take the floor for this one because he's not very good with people.
How much for a room?
Are
A
you,
double.
You looking for a simple room, more of a luxurious room, something a bit more rundown? What should you be looking for?
Do we feel like we should treat ourselves? It's pretty harrowing few months. It'd just be nice to actually treat ourselves. Or if you think we can manage with a little bit of something a bit more run down and then have a bit more expenditure.
You willing to split the price?
Oh, yeah, naturally.
And Kirv turns towards the person again. How much was something a bit nice?
Bit nice, was that?
Mm.
If you're looking for something nice, we've got one of the suites that's open. It'll be 30 gold for the week.
Okay. I'm good with that.
I assume we're here for the week.
Yeah.
Cool.
Could I just quickly roll, or kind of, I'm away from my computer at the minute, but could I just potentially insinuate, does this seem like a haggling situation for me? Like, just kind of like, just based on the vibe?
I would say no need to roll. Given the vibe, there is not necessarily as much room for haggling because it looks like there is a queue of people behind you, and if you start haggling, he'll just kick you out of the queue and go to the next person. You're not going to get a room.
I appreciate that. I thought I better just check just to be on the safe side, just
Yeah.
in
No,
case
that's
this
fair.
was
No,
like
that
a
is fair.
situation. Okay. Yeah, I'm completely down with that. That works for me.
Okay, so 15 gold each. As you put down the coin, he hands you a key, and you are given one of the suites.
Which route number?
You are given suite 2. As much as this is a older building, it has had some refurbishment. Mainly, it has a second story now compared to when you were here before, Ellie. But your grandfather still takes the downstairs, the downstairs room that, as you enter it with Vinny and Romulus, you see that it is almost as run down as before. The floorboards have been replaced, so they're nice and clean. There is a single bed, kind of just a single cot with straw mattress. What looks to be a side table and a dresser for you to put clothes and such, but it's not great. And as your grandfather goes over to one section, you see he draws kind of this chalk outline onto the wall and begins to inscribe writing on the interior of it as he begins to cast Magnificent Mansion, and very much gives the opening for where you would go into and enter into the halls as you know them. Specifically, a room is created for Vinny and Romulus, as they have said they're going to be joining in this. So your rooms are customizable to your liking, so you may choose how you want them decorated if you would like to. But that's up to you.
Fully customizable.
Yep.
Sweet.
Race car bed.
Race car bed.
Race car bed.
Oh yeah, 100%. For Vinny, yeah. As Kirv and Mortar, you enter your suite, you can see that the suite is well decorated. It has some kind of a lavish double bed. It has a dresser, a wardrobe, a private ensuite, and what looks to be a balcony view of the street itself. And as you otherwise have a look out, you can see there are a few trees and kind of a back kind of grassy allotment nearby, and what looks to be a number of houses where a few residents are moving about, but you can also see what looks to be a tiefling otherwise wandering around with a clipboard, currently marking off locations, it seems, or marking out where individuals are allowed to set up, where you can see stalls and tents are being put in place for individuals who are either camping or are setting up places to sell. As there seems to be some organisers about.
Oh, you haven't been here before.
Nah, this is my first time being in here. It's kind of fancy. don't get me wrong. Vinny's hometown was kind of nice, but this is like nice.
It's really nice here. It
Yeah.
reminds me of the last time we were here, and just how much simpler things were.
Yeah, I can imagine. Did you have another crew back then? Same kind of people, or
No, it was these folks.
same guys?
Yeah.
Oh gosh, yeah. Yeah. Huh. Room's nice. I don't think I've ever seen a bed this plush. Mortar kind of poked the mattress and just observed like how springy it is and like how perfectly plush. And he's like,
Mm.
I don't know how I feel about this. This is like too nice.
Mortar's going to spend the time at Wizardcon sleeping on the floor.
He'll get used to it. Huh. Hey, this is nice. I'm glad you wanted to share a room.
Sorry, Kirv is sort of very in a feeling awkward,
For sure.
bright-faced. How about we explore the Wizardcon?
Mortar just kind of grin, just seeing Kirv's awkward disposition, knowing that he struck something there. He'll kind of grin to himself and just go, "Absolutely, you got a place. You got a place to start." As I said, kind of a newbie to this place, but ready to do whatever we do here.
So it's what is it morning? Because people are still setting up stuff.
Yeah, people are still saying
So
stuff.
is this some kind of
Wizardcon, by the way, Wizardcon is only 5 days. The price would still stay the same. Just I misspoke, it's not a week, it's 5 days. Until the end of the week.
That's cool. Is it this kind of like a festival, or like Ellie's mentioned it like a whole bunch of times and has always been too excited to properly explain actually what it's about. But I'm guessing it's to do with magic based on the name.
As far as I could tell, it's a lot of magic people coming together and showing off,
Oh,
and it's a bit of a blast.
so like showing off as in like sparring and like fighting each other, or showing off as in, I don't know, like a runway, or
Showing off in every way they know how.
okay. I mean, does that mean we get to show off?
I'd imagine they have the oh shoot, what's it called? The
Facilities?
it's not presentations, isn't it? It's like show. It's I'm trying to remember what they had last time. Sorry, the word is genuinely escaping me.
No, it's all good. Hey, I mean, I'm sure, when we see it, the word will probably come back to you, so I wouldn't worry too much. But in the meantime, it's just nice to be... I never thought I'd say it, but it's nice not to be feeling like we're in imminent danger.
Yeah, I think they've got pretty good security here as well.
Oh, man. So, I mean, we can actually kind of put our hair up a little bit and just not worry.
You mean hair down?
I mean, yeah, but you knew what I meant, so... I mean...
I want to go people watch.
You want to go
You want
people
to go
watch?
people watch?
I mean, sure. It does exactly what it says on the tin.
Yes.
Hell yeah. Okay, let's go watch some people.
Let's go make watch some people.
My lord.
Mortar will just roll his eyes and grin, and then just go with Kirv wherever she's going. Just follow her.
So, if any of you would like to separate off and do your own thing, you're welcome to do so. Otherwise, we'll get to the first day of Wizardcon and what people would like to do. We've said people watching, so are you sitting around and watching the events go by?
Mortar has no idea what Kirv means by people watching, because to him that sounds like guard duty. Sounds like we're on watch. We're on sentry duty.
Mhm.
He doesn't understand the fun concept of people watching necessarily, so he's just waiting for Kirv to basically demonstrate what we're actually doing.
Yeah.
I think Curve's going to look out for whatever the biggest thing that's being put up is, and just go and sit nearby and watch them put it up.
Okay, so you're actually going to be
Okay.
going out and looking for someone. Okay, go ahead and make me a perception check, please. And you two will be
Could I
traveling together.
join on that?
Yeah, I'll allow for that. Looking for
Oh, you do.
the largest tent. Vinny, are you going anywhere in particular? And same with Ellie.
Sorry, hold on.
Yeah, I've got an entire plan.
Sorry, Chris, I accidentally pressed a button. I ended up rolling, but do you want me to re-roll? Because I don't know what I did, but it just kind of dropped the dice like flat.
Oh, yeah.
do you
Give
want me
that a
just to-
re-roll then, because that just
Oh, okay.
that would have mean they would have both been 10s, because it does that sometimes.
Oh,
Okay.
that's a nat 20.
Okay.
Hey,
Okay.
Hell yeah.
So looking for large tents. Okay. And what did you get, Kirv?
oh, 7.
You're looking around a lot of these.
Total of 35.
Okay.
Oh.
You're looking around for kind of tents, and you're seeing that some of the stalls are being set up. Kind of small ones for the most part. Quite a lot of them. They aren't necessarily samey, but there are some which are of kind of minor intrigue. And as you're looking over, you can see that some of them are villagers setting up kind of small stalls. Individuals setting up for fruit, vegetables, basic foods, cloth, other things that this town would sell by the looks of it, and individuals are getting involved in this. Where in the previous Wizardcon you went to, in the city of Berlin, you noted that the people there didn't like to get involved with Wizardcon. They liked to kind of separate themselves off, and it was almost like okay, there's a convention happening here, we're not going to get involved for the next few days. Whereas here,
It's
there are a
almost
lot
like
of
having
people
a
getting involved.
festival or something.
Yeah. Whereas there's a lot
Yeah,
more people
gotcha.
getting involved, and they're a lot more welcoming and wanting to join in. So there are individuals selling all sorts of things, and they're setting up stalls mainly around kind of the central market building as they're going about business here. But with the natural 20 for a 35, you see that there is a large tent being erected at the back in this large green area, where you can
Sorry,
see
could you ping that again?
here, where there is a large green area between some of the buildings. A large tent is being put up, and as you go there, you can see that there are what look to be 2 or 3 wizards who are currently working on like casting spells, getting the tent to kind of lift up, moving the poles into place, and very much making the assembling of a tent a lot easier of this size, not needing nearly as much manpower and just needing a good use of some spells.
How big is this tent? Like,
We're-
how tall are we talking?
We're talking a big top, so we're talking about like
Oh,
20,
it's-
35 feet up. This is a massive tent where all of the sides are open, and you can see that the interior is built, there's nothing currently on the interior, but they are assembling what very much looks like a platform, a stage, a place where individuals can come and maybe possibly listen to music or perform duels, a central hub to a degree
Whoa.
for this. And you can see that a number of the residents are otherwise coming out and they're looking. You can see that some of the kids are excited, and some of them are being walked to school at this time, and others are kind of like, oh, I want to go there, and looking and seem to be very excited for what's happening. And similarly, there are a lot of adults as well who are kind of taking this in and noting it. There are a few residents as well who have approached and are like, hey, can we help out in any way? And there are individuals who are like, yeah, if you hold this pole here, we'll assemble it and get it all lined up and such. And people are kind of pitching in to help. And it seems that there are organisers about who are kind of getting involved, and if people want to join in, they can help with the setting up of this. As things are all moving into place, people are taking chairs and stage bits off of the back of wagons and beginning to kind of place them in such. And as you're watching, you're just seeing a nice kind of community build-up of this. And very much the first day of this Wizardcon is going to be largely a setup day. Some of the vendors will have their stuff all ready to go from the get-go, whereas places like this need that little bit of extra setup time, but they'll get it all done within the day.
I mean, do we think that, like, kind of looking at their organization and everything, does it look like they need extra hands, or does it look like
No,
they've got it under control?
they've got it under control, and some of the residents, they
Okay,
are like
alright.
saying, if you would like to help, you're welcome to move just kind of chairs off the back of wagons and move them into a place where they're going to be nice and easy to assemble. But they have a good number of hands, they have a good number of kind of a general workforce, so that it's not as necessary.
I think Mortar's very drawn into this kind of like community aspect. It's kind of something that's he's seen before, but not on this scale. I think the idea of this many people working together in harmony is very contrasting to his usual view of most people, which is that they are selfish and single-minded. But this is, I think, it's one of those rare moments where Mortar kind of allows himself to believe in mortal kind again to a certain extent.
Yeah.
As he just kind of watches with Kirv.
Yeah. So as you two people watch the kind of the erection of the big top, Ellie or Vinny, who would like to begin?
I know I want to do that count.
Okay.
I don't mind if Vinny wants to go first.
Okay, for day one, there's one specific thing I'd like to try and do.
Okay. What would you like to do, Vinny?
I want to wander around and get a sense of the ambience, the sounds, the smells and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to try and remember the last Wizardcon.
Okay.
Since that was a pretty big area with a lot of very important people. And from the evidence we saw, not too far from where a couple of prominent members of the Sons of Silver were. So I want to see if I have any regained but not yet uncovered memories of potentially running into the sage there.
Okay.
I'm hoping that the sight of the tents and the sounds of everything getting set up will help to jog any of that.
Okay. Go ahead and make me... Also, your choice of perception or insight for this.
Insight I'm going to go with.
Mm-hmm.
That is a 14.
You do have luck if you would like to use it. Because you have 3 points today, you've had a long rest, so
Yes.
if this is the most important thing that you want to do today, you can obviously spend a luck point and then save the other 2 for later. Just to give it another try.
I'll spend 1. Surely nothing super important will happen today.
No.
The dice don't think so.
We'll
so
spend the
that's
second
okay.
one.
We'll send a second one, okay. It's like, you're getting a 3. Okay, it's like 4.
Okay.
14.
Okay,
There we go.
We're in
25.
double digits.
25. Okay. You wander around, beginning to kind of hear the sounds, the setting up, individuals going about, their daily life as it stands. And some people are they're not calling out to you to kind of come and buy things. They seem to be kind of busily talking to one another. You hear the sounds of wizards warping in at the teleportation site, and then some of them kind of cheering to one another and kind of joining little groups where you can see they move over. You hear the sounds of wagons pulling up and moving into place, and you see one individual in particular, someone who you recognize from the last Wizardcon, as you see the food vendor that you guys went and sat at their location and enjoyed some food. The otherwise large open-fronted cart, otherwise beginning to be being pulled into place, and as they're beginning to set up, you see kind of the relatively bulbous yellow draconian individual kind of take a step out of the wagon as he kind of sets some food and drink for the Ortucks that are otherwise pulling the... Well, not Ortucks. I can't remember. The animals, the pack animals pulling the cart, and as he steps out, you can see that he claps his hands twice, and as all of the parts of the wagon pull open, you see little draconic familiars all begin to kind of climb out, and a number of them kind of scoop together to begin lifting tables and chairs into place as he begins to grab a few himself and move them over, setting up a large grill and cooking station, and begins to move everything into place. And you're reminded of the food and the drink that you had here and the smells as you kind of breathe it all in this moment. And there's a moment as you're sat there kind of feeling the atmosphere, understanding it, going back to when you were in Braylin. You feel comfortable knowing that it doesn't seem like the Sons of Silver were at Wizardcon from what you remember. It seems like something like that might be dangerous for ones who are less welcome. With that insight, you feel more comfortable, more relaxed, knowing that it's unlikely by any means that they would be here at Wizardcon. And if they are, they will behave themselves.
Okay, good to know.
The bulbous dragonborn kind of sees you waiting and goes, "Come back in a few hours and we'll have food ready."
Oh, I'm hungry already. But I'll be back soon.
As he otherwise calls for the various draconic familiars, kind of with their small wings beginning to carry food and crates and moving it into position. You can see that he takes up a good spot somewhere near the middle thoroughfare, near what looks to be kind of the edge of a large military building. You can see that there are guards about, and a few of them are kind of moving him into position for this, and you can see there is also another con organizer here with kind of a large clipboard beginning to kind of write things down and note the kind of the perimeter that you're taking up. It seems to be a prime real estate spot here, opposite a large church and what looks to be a military building and kind of the central hub of Marrowsmere itself. So you know where to find them. I'll say as a note as well, go ahead and roll me a religion check just to see if you recognize the religion or the symbol from the church itself without further inspection.
Certainly. That is a 10.
A 10. Well, this is one of the common deities of, not necessarily of the region, but ones that are more well known. This is Selensir, the Dragon Mother Tree, known as one of the original prime deities of the world, and one that embodies nature and regrowth. You can see that its doors are open, and you can see what looks to be individuals in kind of white and green robes. There seems to be 2 individuals currently just milling about. One has kind of stepped outside and is talking to some of the wizarding crowd and just generally talking to them. It seems to be kind of welcoming them to Marasmere and showing kind of a natural hospitality and a welcomeness to it, and talking to a few of them and going about the general business of this. And inside you can see there is another one talking to another small group of wizards who have entered into the church itself.
Well, my important business for the day is concluded. I might as well take a look around.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me a perception check. See if there's anything fun that you find. And then, Ellie, we will move on to what you have in store, because I know you have a list of things.
I have so much.
Yeah. Be plenty of time to look around the con once that's in full swing, so
Yes.
around the town seems good.
Mm-hmm.
Perception, that is an 18.
18, okay. Looking around Marasmere, you note that a lot of what is present here is mostly hospitality. You know that there are plenty of taverns and inns. There is what looks to be a small adventuring guild, along with what looks to be kind of a large builder's yard, a market, kind of a general marketplace, what looks to be a kind of a public bathhouse with running water that is used from the river itself. There seems to be a few restaurants around the place, along with a stonemasons, a jeweler's. There's a few general amenities to this, but there isn't a lot in terms of other sides of things. It seems to be this is mainly a trade town, and that's what people are here to do. And you're making note of all of that, seeing that most people would come through from various areas and all kinds of walks of life, come through here, rest for the time, and then move on. And that's where most of the industry comes from. But there are a large number of people who do live here. Most of them seem to be some form of herders or individuals who would work in animal husbandry and a similar aspect. You also note... Ooh, knocking off my desk. You note what look to be a lot of military presence from the Beastlands. You note that there are a lot of Minotaurs and Centaurs about, some wearing armour in small regimented groups. The military barracks is full to the brim with people, and that there is a heavy presence here at this time. You were made aware, as from what Ellie said, that there was a massive military movement that came through Marasmere. You don't know to what extent or to what was necessary, but given the nature of this location, this is either what's been left behind, or this is some form of reinforcement for Wizardcon. You don't know the full details. But as you're wandering around, it seems to be generally a very pleasant place. People are very welcoming and going about business. You also note, due to your more roguish background, that there is a place where it seems individuals of more of a smuggling nature do go about their business, and it seems to be that across the river on the smaller portion of town there is seemingly signs of a group that are not necessarily as legitimate as other tradesfolk and seem to rely on a little bit of that secrecy. So if there's something you want smuggled, now would be a perfect time to do so. Otherwise, they're probably going to lay low during the process of Wizardcon as to not draw too much attention. Or they might have some contacts within the Wizardcon community itself. Who knows?
Yeah, we can say. If there are a lot of rich or potentially very wealthy traders coming in and out of the town, I'd imagine there's probably a lot of pickpockets who usually do good business.
Quite possibly, yeah.
When security isn't quite this tight.
Yeah.
Well, investigating with the smugglers could be interesting. I doubt going up to the barracks and asking what their business is likely to end well. Maybe I could get a soldier drunk, though, or something. But these are opportunities for the future, I think.
Okay. Yeah, the town itself is otherwise very welcoming, and there are a lot of people going about. Is there anything in particular you might want to interact during this time? There's plenty of things going on with the the builders, the adventurers guild, there's the market, the church. There's also some of the shops as well. You noted what looked to be a jeweler's very close to the market near the centre of town. The jeweler's itself is known as the Gleaming Star and is a simple timber and stone building. But it seems to be well decorated for a single-story building.
Okay. For now, I want to look around and see if there's anyone performing. Like if there are any buskers out, or if anyone looks like they're setting up any stages.
Okay. Looking around for Wizardcon for something of that regard, there are a few individuals who seem to be kind of tuning weapons near kind of tavern fronts, sitting outside or just kind of some simple chairs and tables, kind of preparing, it seems. And individuals, again, this is a big kind of boom of industry at this time, so a lot of people will be in taverns and kind of playing music and enjoying their time and, like you say, busking. But you also note what looks to be kind of near the, as you're wandering around, you don't know, I would say that Mortar, you note Vinny approaches at one point to kind of see what's going on at the big top, but you note what looks to be a where they are setting up, you are seeing a stage beginning to move into place, and you're seeing wizards move up and begin to just place instruments on the main platform, and you watch as one instrument with what looks to be two wands, looking very much like a conductor, begins to almost cast the spell, and as they do, you watch as all of the instruments come to life and begin to play in unison a wonderful song for individuals, marking the beginning of Wizardcon.
I'll kind of give Vinny a wave, but won't get in the way of his business. If he looks like he's on a mission, just give him a wave and direct my attention back to the big top.
Yeah, I'll say, Vinny, you do know Mortar and Kirv are currently just kind of sat back on the grass underneath one of the nearby trees. They've possibly been here for a while, you're not sure, but you can see that they're kind of leaning back and just kind of listening and taking in the atmosphere. From this one spot mostly where you've wandered around the town and taken it in from everywhere.
Okay. Yeah, I'll give Mortar a little wave back, and then settle in to listen.
Okay. You settle in to listen. Ellie.
Okay.
Let's start your list.
Alright, first things first, I need to go to a bank of iron.
Heading to the Bank of Iron. Nice and easy to do. It is in the marketplace. Heading into the Bank of Iron, you can see one of the tellers there. What looks to be an AVR individual currently sat behind a desk, currently moving a few things. You can see there are it is busy and booming today, with lots of wizards going to remove their coin for the purpose of Wizardcon starting. You can see individuals moving over, taking money out, casting pocket bag, putting money in, and then closing their pocket bag before moving on. And yeah, they're going to do the exact same thing that you're doing.
Wait, I am going to clear this up. Before I go into the bank, I will be casting pocket bag in case wild magic.
All right, go ahead and roll. Let's see if you blow up in the Magnificent Mansion.
Oh.
Also needs to do the same for your Titan armor as well.
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
Ooh. Titan armor is a different story.
Titan armor, cause you to blow up. Roll that D100. Let's see what we get. 28. You feel as you cast Titan armor this morning, you felt a burst of speed and excitement. As for the next minute, you were able to cast one action spells for a bonus action.
Oh, sweet.
As you had a burst of excitement and a sudden sugar rush while you were in kind of preparing for Wizardcon.
finished off the last waffle. Alright, then I am going straight to the bank. I'm going to go to the teller to draw out my money.
Okay. You approach the teller, wait in the queue
Treladex.
for a little bit as you draw the money out.
What have I got? Treladex, Pterodor, and Lotus are with me. Sweet. As I'm running to the bank, I am going to be keeping note for anyone that's selling wizard hats. Not for me, because, I mean, I have 2 horns, 4 crystals, headphones. Like, I ain't getting a hat on this head.
Mm-hmm.
But my elementals don't have hats.
Okay, noted. As you head over to the teller, leaving the elementals outside, along with other plethoras of other summons as well, you can see there's quite a lot of familiars, and outside a perch has been set, almost like a cat tower, for various familiars to just kind of sit and wait. You can see that there's all sorts, and as you kind of park up your summons in kind of one of the nearby stables, there are a few wizards who do note, like, this is definitely a prodigy coming through. Someone of your age with these elementals either means 1, you're rich and absolutely loaded, or 2, you're very skilled. Little do they know it's both. As you enter into the Bank of Iron and draw some money out, the teller quite happily does so. How much money are you withdrawing?
I will withdraw 12 for that. I need 14,000 for that. I will withdraw 20.
20,000.
Holy shit.
Okay.
20,000, and that will go straight into my pocket bag.
Okay. I need to double check. I believe that will cost you 20 gold. I believe it is. I believe it's 1 gold per 1,000.
Yeah, that's fine. Pocket
That's
change.
crazy.
Yeah. As you take the money out, place it within your pocket bag, much like many of these other wizards at this time, busy also doing the same sort of thing before moving on. Most of the individuals, when it comes to Wizardcon, not everyone is dressed like your traditional fantasy wizard. Not everyone is wearing robes, not everyone's got a wizard hat. Most of them are wearing what would be casual clothes. Some of them are wearing more like suit-like attire if they look more like business wizards. And some are wearing your more traditional, like, customized, made magical robes. So there is a wide variety of individuals. Not everyone looks like the same person.
No, I know. But last time I didn't get a wizard hat, and Ellie's not going to be having a hat. So the Elementals and Treladex is going to be having a hat.
I'm sure they're going to love that.
I mean, 2 of them... Oh, look, 2 of them share minds, and I'll know if they'll like it. Treladex, on the other hand, maybe not. I don't know. But he gets 2.
We'll see.
Who's...
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to... First things first, I'm going to be sort of scouting around. I haven't got his name because for some reason my Word document is freaking out on me and I don't understand why. It's just giving me hieroglyphics. But the guy that runs Investiture of Dust in Cantalo, the guy that I brought my gem dagger from, who told me I needed to see my granddad last Wizardcon, that I tried the moustache. And we're keeping an eye out for him, because he sells like top quality materials for wands and stuff.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Sorry. I was like,
Yeah?
wait, who are you referring to? But no, I think I know who you are. Hold on.
Yeah, From my backstory, he sold me the gem dagger. Granddad brought a lot of his materials for his stuff, his wand from him.
Yep.
I haven't got his name because my document is freaking out.
Wow.
Is he on this one? Or... I think it's near the top of the list of wizards that come from... Yeah, noted wizards that come from different places. You said he comes from where? Cantalo?
Cantalo, he was found on the 8th layer, had a single doorway. I got that much into his... and he owned the Investiture of Dust, I think it was.
Time to remember where Cantalo is. In Beastlands? There it is. Cantalo, Hammer and Chisel, Investiture of Dust. Here we go. Arcane Baubles and Components. Rickus Hoofhide.
Ah, okay.
Rickulus.
Down.
Also known as Rich.
Okay, cool. I am going to be keeping an eye out for him and other material components, wizard hats, and spell scroll places that potentially may be opening so I can get spells.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me a perception or investigation check as you're looking for specific stands which you know exist.
I'm doing investigation. Can I have Jeff help me?
Yeah.
Sweet. Oh. I don't even need Jeff to help me. Can I have my hive mind help me? 16 plus... hang on. Give me a second. I opened YouTube so I could try and rewatch and get the information. So now I've got your stream open. Investigation plus 10. So it's 26. I don't even need to look at that. I know that. Chris?
What did you get, sorry?
26.
26. Sorry, I was banning a user on Twitch for... They made their account 6 hours ago and were trying to sell bots, so... Anyway.
Beep beep.
Beep boop. So 26. Looking around, you can see that a lot of the stands are beginning to be set up. Vendors are moving into place. And as the day is continuing on, you begin to hear the sound of music off in the distance as music from the big top is beginning to be played. And you are noting that a number of the vendors are now set up more thoroughly. With a 26, you can find most things. As you arrive, you can see what looks to be a large kind of singular wooden carriage cart. There are hundreds of triangular cubbies that are filled with scrolls and pulled by an Orngirl. There we go, that's the particular creature. As what looks to be a clerk looking individual of a Autuck nature is currently there wearing what looks to be kind of blue and white robes, kind of a few pins and insignias of what look to be possibly past Wizardcons. And you can see that she is there with kind of her fingers laced before her, talking to one individual who is currently busy. Before there's an exchange of coin, and they go about fetching a few spell scrolls and passing them over. She kind of nods and notes that you're watching at this time.
Alright, I will head over.
Hi.
So, I don't know if you'll have a spell of this high level thing, but do you have the simulacrum spell? Yeah.
That is one that is a bit harder to acquire, but let me give it a quick look here. What level is Simulacrum again? 7th? Okay. Go ahead and...
Don't hold me to it. Let me look.
No, that's alright.
You... No. How the hell do you spell this?
Sims. Simulacrum is 7th level.
Ah, okay, cool.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me a d20, please.
A D20.
14. We do have that one in stock, yes. As they head over, they grab one of the spell scroll for it and go, this one's quite popular, so we have a few of these in stock. That will be 12,000 for this one.
Okay. I'm just gonna like snap my fingers, open pocket bag, and I will take out. Is it 1,200 platinum?
Yes.
My conversion rate's what? Cool. I'll take that out, and I will hand that over.
Okay. She takes that, and in that moment you see kind of does something similar, but opens up a kind of a small bag of holding or bag of containment to one side and kind of pops the money in and pulls the string tight on the outside of the bag before looking back. Anything else that you might particularly be looking for?
For a minute, 'cause I want to prioritize my materials. At the moment, not yet. It's still just starting, but I may come back. Do you have greater invisibility?
We do, yes. That one would be
And
750
legend
gold.
lore.
Legend lore, yes, and the components vendor for that, I believe their little troop has set themselves up somewhere in the northern sector, I believe. As she just generally points off in the direction towards near the Adventurers Guild. I believe they've set up near there.
Right, okay, so that's for material components. Okay, how much is legend lore?
Legend lore is 5th level.
I've got written down 1007 or 1002.
1,750.
1750.
Yep, and then 750 for greater invisibility, so that'd be 2,500 or 250.
Okay, I'm just gonna pick them. I'm gonna pick them two up now.
Okay. She gets the 2 spell scrolls for those. Goes, thank you very much for your patronage.
No worries. Okay, that is everything that I'd need from there. Well, have a nice Wizardcon. I'm gonna go and try and find some hats and wand component.
Thank you very much for your time. If you're looking for the
No
hats vendor, I believe they've set up near one of the gates. I know that doesn't narrow it down, but that's usually where they set up for travelers who aren't able to get here via teleportation. It will most likely either be the northern or the south or the southern entrance. So either this one or this one will be where the hat vendor will set up.
Okay, then in that case, I'm going to look for material of the wand component or staff components, and yeah, and maybe head towards the south. Actually, no, I'm going to send Jeff to the south gate.
Okay. Send Jeff to the south gate, and you head to the north one.
No, I'm going to look for one components first, and if Jeff comes back a negative, then I'll head to the north one. If he says it is there, then I'll head to the south one. And I'm going to show him what a wizard hat looks like, so he knows what he's looking for.
Darn!
He's...
Could have gone away on a carrier.
I know your bird brain hasn't now. I'm done. He's gonna see it. It's gonna look like a stool like this, but I'll have these gestured at someone's hat. Not thinking too hard the fact that I am gesturing to some random person's head. It look like this. Oh, sorry. I'm just trying to get my familiar to understand what they look like.
No, I understand
I'll send him off.
I understand the trouble. Some of them, it's a bit of a dud.
Oh.
he tries his hardest. And yeah, at that point, I'm going to go and look for the components for my staff.
Okay. So looking for the focus vendor. Or specifically for the wand vendor from Cantaloupe.
Yes, because I know he has a lot of the material.
Okay.
A lot of like higher quality materials and stuff, which is probably what I'm going to need for what I'm making.
So this will be a follow-up investigation check, if you please.
A follow-up investigation check. Of course, I haven't got Jeff. I use my elementals to give me assistance.
Oh, wow.
Alright, sweet. Cool. That's 21.
21. He doesn't seem to be here yet. It seems that there are still going to be some stalls that are going to be set up kind of on the later days of the Wizardcon, and as this is the first day, this is the ones where the permanent ones will be for the majority of Wizardcon. The ones that are going to be during the heights of all of this will be arriving in the last 2 to 3 days. So you've got a few days before more personalised ones like that will arrive, it seems. But moving around, you do kind of send Jeff off to which entrance was it?
So he went south because it was closer.
He went south. Okay, heading south, he does arrive at the southern entrance and has a look around and flies back and reports to you that he can't see anywhere that sells hats.
Okay, right. Good to know. So it'll be the north. All right, then I'm just going to generically look for a lot of the materials because a lot of the materials, though, I haven't actually got a list because me and you.
Is this for
had another
components?
breakdown trying to work this out. This is. So I'm going to be trying to pick up whatever components that I need. All I know is that I need to spend 14,565 gold on components. Oh, and I need a ruby.
Well, there is a jeweler's in town,
Yeah, true.
but Vinny's the only one who currently knows it's there because he's explored the town, so maybe on day 2. So,
Yeah, that's the day that I'm going to be going. So I will check out for whatever materials I can get my rubby little mitts on.
okay, going to find material components. What spells do you need material components for? As you begin to approach the vendor for the material components, you can see what looks to be a... let's see. You can see what looks to be kind of a large set of 3 stands, and you can see that there are a number of crates and otherwise barrels that are put in place facing outwards as what look to be 3 individuals, an Ishlan, a Hume, and an Aviar are currently manning the 3 of them, and they are selling all manner of spell components of different types. You can see that they have limited stocks of some, and you can see that there are some wizards going over and they're picking up things like what looks to be an eye that is encased in jewel, and they're kind of taking that, paying for it, and moving on. You can see others are what look to be kind of younger wizards by the looks of it, who are going over and picking up kind of what looks to be a diamond worth 100 GP for their first chromatic orb, and they're going about kind of selling a lot of these components. So it's a very busy stand, but if there's things you need, now would be the time to get them.
Okay. It's not just one component. It's not just the spell components. I was looking for one staff component. I need to get that today.
From the
that.
focus vendor. So are we going for the focus vendor
Yes.
first then? Come back here
yes,
later?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you got a 22 on your investigation check.
21.
21. The focus vendor does not seem to be in the north section of town, so go ahead and roll again as you go searching for them in the southern section then, if that is your immediate priority.
Yeah, that is my immediate priority. I have to do that today. Oh, 16.
16?
Tides of Chaos.
Give me a reroll.
Ah! 13! It's got worse.
Okay. Looking around, it takes you quite a few hours to find what you're looking for, unfortunately. So a lot of the day has passed while you're wandering around looking through various vendors, traveling around the city, or the town, just seeing what you can find. You eventually arrive at what looks to be the big top, where you can see your friends have kind of they've been listening to music. Some of them may have moved off and gone elsewhere at this time, and we'll get to that in just a mo. As you arrive at kind of the edge of the big top, you can see that there are tents that have been set up around the exterior, and what looks to be a line of tents along the back wall here, where space has been specifically left for them, as you begin to browse those. So, Vinny, Kirv, or Mortar, anything in particular you would like to do during this time? You don't have to, if you're just going to be people watching the entire day.
They've got some crazy food here as well.
Do they actually?
You hungry?
Oh yeah. Let's see what this place can offer.
Right, can we have a wander to find any very interesting looking magical food stands?
We're following our noses.
Yes.
Okay. both of you make me constitution checks, please.
Constitution.
Yeah, you're following your noses.
All right. Ugh. Ugh.
I don't actually remember what my constitution is. I think it's a +3. Let me just double check.
It is a
Yep.
+3.
That is a 17.
I
And
got
what did you-
6.
A 6. Okay. Vinny, you don't necessarily note they're wandering off, but do you think you would have gone back to the food vendor shortly after?
Yes, if they're ready to serve now, I'll head back in that direction.
Okay. As you're moving over to the food vendor, you can see that the place has been set up. A few people have begun sitting down and getting some food. Individuals who have been on a long journey or teleported here, and they seem this is their lunch sort of ordeal. As they're beginning to set up, as they finished setting up, you arrive there and you're having a look at the menu when Mortar and Kirv, you kind of approach, and you can see Vinny is currently looking at the menu and observing everything that's on there.
Look who it is.
Well, don't let anyone in here, apparently.
Wow. Fuck you. They got anything good going there?
Have they got anything good? I'll hand the menu over to him.
I can't read half of these words. Is this like one of those fancy places, or is this like a... what kind of place are we dealing with?
You can see that it's mostly street food. So most of this stuff is
hell
being
yeah.
served in kind of small containers and tubs that are being, or like bowls that will then be collected afterwards. You can just kind of leave it on the table and then the familiars will come over and collect it and wash it. But looking at the menu, there is a list of things here. I can't send you the full list because there's a lot of stuff here and Discord won't allow me to send you all of it. So,
It's all good.
oh no, smart me previously prepared this. Never mind.
Ooh.
Ooh.
I can send you the refined list, which looks like I have already done this before. I think I did this last year.
The refund list.
Yes, although I do need
Just all
to...
the food that comes there.
By the looks of it, I do need to add some new additions to the setup here, so I will quickly modify those and then resend this. But otherwise, have a look
Ooh,
through and
that's
see what catches your eye.
Damn, I got no idea. That's a lot of stuff. I still feel like my point still stands. Like, this stuff is good. I'm just seeing a bunch of names of things that I would much rather put in my mouth. I mean, I don't really want to put a mimic in my mouth.
The
And a
surprise is
swampy
half the
tangle?
fun.
Yeah, I mean, fuck it. Yeah, that's.
Oh, yeah, make
I
sure you
mean,
try
that's-
the wild magic, by the way.
Oh yeah, why's that?
Get a flump, win a prize.
Exactly.
Oh shit. Oh shit, I do like prizes. Oh man. Do I feel like I'm being tricked into getting this?
Roll me an insight check, and Kirv
Does it
and
feel like-
Vinny, please go ahead and roll
Does it
me
feel like
either
there's a
deception or
full
persuasion
ruse
checks
going on there?
accordingly.
Let's see. Did you say insight, yeah?
Yes, please.
Okay. Oh, that's a nat one.
Oh,
For a total of, we'll see what people get on their rolls. I know these are the two most charismatic members of the party, but still.
Well, it's -5, right? For a nat one, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's a -4, so that's a 1.
Okay.
I have a +5 to insight.
Okay. Did both of you beat it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so yeah,
Man.
there we go. The new additions have been added. They are under the suite menu. There are 2 ones there, courtesy of Ray.
Mm.
So, as you're looking through, you can see there are all forms of things here: fire rocks, mystery egg, snake wraps, roc's nests, vampire bites, swampy tangle, treasure chest, the mimic, caustic cauldron, the loot pile, golden glory, Ishlin's Ishlin exquisite, the noble platter, sticks and sap, crackle snacks, spider sticks, druid's lunch, ooze surprise, scroll racks, snow globes, memory shots, gem hoards, and then the variety of drinks, including wild magic. Get a flump, win a prize.
I think
So-
on a nat 1, Mortar is so overtaken with the is so overtaken with the excitement that he might win a prize.
So is that 3 wild magics?
Sure.
We should
Wait,
probably have
definitely.
some food with it.
Okay.
I mean,
So
yeah.
what will you be
let's do it.
ordering?
All right.
I feel like there's a theme for today. I'm gonna go for the noble platter and share that with Mortar.
Oh, very fancy. Do you want me to
Okay.
pay half?
No, this will be on Curve.
Oh, thank you. In which case, then Mortar will cover the wild magics for all 3 of us. But Mortar accidentally said, I think the excitement gets to him, and he accidentally says 6 wild magics.
Okay.
I think he's just too excited.
Okay then. 6 wild magics. Alright. So, buying six wild magics for your party. Go ahead. That costs you 1 gold, 2 silver. For the noble platter,
Okay,
that
thank
is
you.
4 gold that you'll be sharing between you and Mortar and Vinny. What food would you like to buy today?
I'm going to get myself a tub of spider sticks.
Spider sticks. Okay.
I haven't seen Ellie or Mortar all day. My assumption is Ellie is running around like a mad thing, and Mortar is on Romulus rather is on
Yep.
bodyguard duty.
Yes, very much so.
I'm gonna get them a tub of snow globes and a pair of snake wraps. I'm
Okay.
gonna go find them.
Oh yeah.
Okay. As you sit down with your wild magics, you find a table easy enough to do. There are plenty of them. As you sit down with your various drinks, they're brought over by the draconic familiars as they kind of carry over, almost like hot air balloons. They carry over the plate, drop it, and then kind of leave the strings that they were carrying kind of off the edge of the table, allowing for it to be picked up later as you otherwise sit around and begin to enjoy them. So let's start with the noble platter. Brought before the 2 of you is what looks to be a large charcuterie board showing a variety of cheeses, berries, nuts, crackers, fruits, and a variety of dips that are all kind of neatly arranged on this large circular board, with the dips in the center segregated into 4 different dips, kind of hollows with different colors and an array of scents and quite possible tastes for all of this as the 2 of you begin to enjoy and indulge yourselves in this noble platter. Meanwhile, Vinny, you have the spider sticks, a tub of what looks to be mozzarella fries that are otherwise drizzled with mayo to mimic a spider's web, and kind of tearing them apart. You've got the gooey cheese between them. Very well made and very nice overall as a good snack for you to have. And now for the wild magics. So, I would like each of you, we will do this in turn, to roll 1 d100 each, or 2 d100s each, but we'll do it one at a time. Who would like to go first?
so excited for this.
Oh, can I go first?
Yeah, go ahead and roll me that
Yeah.
D100.
Everyone excited for wild magic.
36. Okay. You watch as Kirv drinks down this drink or kind of taking sips and drinking at it. It has a very nice kind of fruity flavour, but it also feels kind of a little bit of nostalgia as you drink it. And as you do, you watch as Kirv's hair begins to go stark white, as you see that she gets older and older before it begins to slowly filter back to its usual colour, as you got the roll for aging, which happens only as a temporary fixture, given the wild magic drink.
That's crazy. Mortar's mouth is like dropped open, like what?
Yeah.
What is going on?
Okay.
Because like tieflings, like also sorry, like they live up to like a crazy amount, right? Like the ones who like come from hell. Is that right?
The ones from hell have a tendency to live for longer periods of time, because time has a weird situation in the depths compared to on the material
I
plane.
see. Gotcha. That makes more sense.
Okay. Who would like to roll next, Vinny or Mortar?
By all means, you go for it.
I'm happy to.
All right, go for it, Vinny. $41.
41.
You watch as Vinny kind of takes this, has this drink in this moment. It's got a very earthy nature to it, kind of a very, kind of a nice, what I would describe as a fresh earthiness to it. As the rest of you watch as out of the top of Vinny's head, a sprout begins to form, and you watch as he sat there, his face begins to turn to that of kind of a brown and green complexion, as this is the one that would turn you into a potted plant. But instead it grows a small sprout out of your head for a minute before the small sprout begins to kind of wilt and disappears, turning back into a length of hair.
I think as the sprout appears at the top of Vinny's head, Mortar kind of leans forward, kind of examines it and like flicks it, and he goes, "Can you feel that? Can you feel that?"
Feel what? I think I got a dud. That's unfortunate.
Yeah. I am saving this mental image forever.
Mm-hmm. All right, Mortar, give us your first roll.
All right, bottoms up. That is 83.
Okay, you watch as the shadows around Mortar begin to stretch out and the air around him almost begins to grow cold before it returns to normal, as you would have drained each creature within 30 feet of you of 1d10 necrotic damage of health and regained that amount, but instead it just stretches the shadows and leaves this almost ominous aura. While this is going on,
So nothing changes.
nothing really changes, no. But while that, as it begins to fade back to normal, you hear the sound of almost this pop and whiz of small fireworks, and you watch as this cloud of flumps dissipates from a nearby table where what look to be a small group of adventurers all kind of cheer as a group of flumps leave from one of them, as one of them won from the wild magic drink. And as it happens, you watch as one of the small dragon familiars kind of goes into the cart and then flies out with what looks to be a dragon plush and places it on the table, and you can see that it is surrounded by what looks to be a platter of food that is free as a result of winning on the wild magic.
Oh, free food.
Go give them a cheer.
They cheer back and kind of note it, and you can see one of them, what looks to be kind of a shorter halfling individual, they kind of get a pat on the back, and you can see they kind of drink and cough to it and seem to be trying to shy away from the attention, while one of them, kind of this large orc individual, is just kind of bellowing, laughing, and you can see that a few feathers are beginning to fall away from he ended up with a featherbeard one. And so he's just kind of laughing it up and enjoying his time. And yeah, people are reveling in it. Second round. Who would like to go first?
Should we go same order?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay,
We
Kirv.
like to drink
Let's
with
roll my
Kirv.
D20.
Who's Kirv? Well, mate.
79.
Okay. As you drink this one, it has a... Oh, I should have mentioned for the flavour from yours, Mortar. Your one was kind of almost a cold, biting blueberry flavour to it as you drank it.
Ooh, lovely.
Which
Nice and
resulted in-
sharp.
Yeah. But Kirv, as you drink down this one has very much kind of like a fizzy taste to it, almost like popping candy. And as you're kind of there, you drink this down, you let out a small burp, and as you do, what looks to be hundreds of tiny illusory butterflies and flower petals flutter out and away from you before dissipating over the small area.
Aw, always knew you were a flower girl deep down.
Okay.
Go on,
Vinny.
Vinny.
All right. Uh, 93.
93.
Ooh.
You drink this one and it tastes kind of simple to begin with, but as you drink it, it kind of has kind of this building taste and flavor to it, and it's nice. And as you're kind of there, you're drinking this, and then you feel kind of, oh, you weren't expecting that. And as you look down, the Kirv and Mortar, you note that Vinny has grown by one size category and is now a large creature. As you're sat on the stool and your knees are now very much touching the bottom of the table and lifting it slightly, as you have grown in size before you begin to shrink back down.
Vinny, quickly, test your vocal cords. See if you can hit that baritone.
Good man, good man.
As you hit those
Yeah.
deeper notes in that moment, you realise maybe there's the opportunity to ask Ellie to use enlarge reduce during your performances, so you can hit those higher or lower notes.
That is actually brilliant.
As Vinny is shrinking back down. Damn it, I should have gone for a run. Can you imagine how fast I would have worked so long?
Oh. Dude, you'd be on the other
Next
side
time.
of the planet. Next time.
Okay, and Mortar.
All right.
I think
Final one.
All right. This one's gonna taste like flumps, I can tell.
Nope.
Oh,
Wrong button.
whoops. I pressed the... Yep. I got too excited and pressed all the buttons. That is a 95.
Okay. As you drink this one down, it has a very sharp cranberry taste to it. Kind of has a dry nature to it, but is also kind of has that sharp pitchiness to it. And as you drink it down, you feel refreshed to a degree, but also, strangely enough, you feel a little bit wary of your surroundings. As within the kind of this would be, all creatures within 30 feet have vulnerability to piercing damage. As you drink this one down, and everyone around you gets immediate shivers, including people at other tables.
so nothing new.
Okay, that's outrageous. I'll have you know, I have a very charming personality.
But no flumps this time, unfortunately.
Bummers.
Bollocks.
There's
There
5
was
more
one
days to
drink-
go.
There are.
There was
And I'll
one
join
more
you next
drink
time.
on the menu that it wasn't here last year, but I'm very intrigued
Okay.
about.
All right.
Memory
called?
shot.
Memory shot. Hey, I mean, what did they do?
No idea. Shall I grab 3?
Yeah. Hey. Yeah. Let's do it.
Better make it 2.
And I-
I won't third wheel with you 2 any longer, and I have a delivery to make.
Sure, man. So long as you're sure. Pleasure as always.
Okay. Grabbing the
Enjoy
snake
the rest of your
wraps.
afternoon.
Thank you.
Grabbing the snake wraps, which are a set of dried snakeskin, or dried snakeskin that's used for the wrap itself, with a choice of coleslaw, meat, leafage, and various sauces, along with vegan options for seaweed in the event for the dried snakeskin. As you kind of gather these up, you grab one for Romulus, you grab one for Ellie, and the other thing was a bowl of snow globes each, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. Which, thankfully, due to the nature of these snow globes, is never melting ice cream that comes in many flavors.
Oh yeah.
As you kind of walk off with kind of this collection of food for Ellie and Romulus, which will remain cold for as long as it needs to.
Nice. The dream.
As you kind of take these off to Ellie and Romulus, knowing that they're probably somewhere shopping around here, and it's quite easy to find either potentially a flying around Jeff, although there are a lot of familiars flying around at the moment, or looking for 2 elementals and a mini dragon. So, I say mini dragon. It's still like a young dragon size, so it's not small. But there are some clear signs for what you'd be looking for. So I'd say it's easy enough to find them back at the big, searching through the other stalls at this time. But Ellie, or not, Kirv and Mortar, you wanted to do memory shots.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kirv brought it up, and Mortar's interest is immediately piqued.
Okay.
This should only be light-hearted and not trigger any traumatic memories whatsoever.
No.
I like the idea that neither Mortar or Kirv are considering this as a consequence. We're like, oh, this is going to be fun.
Yeah.
Like we are literally, this hasn't crossed our minds.
Okay.
No.
As you as you get the memory shots, you can see that they are basically small shot glasses with what look to be kind of filled with jelly, with what look to be these small spherical balls on the interior of it.
Huh. Which poor sod do you reckon they got these from?
Oh my gosh.
Alright, so just neck them back, I suppose.
Bombs up.
Alright, and at the same time, Mortar will neck his drink as Kirv and brace himself for whatever's going next.
Okay. Which one of you two would like to go first?
I'm happy to.
Go for it.
Yeah, I'm happy to.
Okay. As you kind of neck the jelly shot, it slowly slides into your throat, you chew it, and you immediately feel kind of those small pearls in the middle of them pop in your mouth as the kind of the pressure changes for them. And there's an immediate sense of something there. Please describe to me a positive memory from your childhood.
Oh,
Even if you haven't had many, you
Yeah.
have one
yeah.
to recall
there's
at
one.
least.
There's one. There's one. I think. Oh man, I think that underneath the ocean of terrible things was childhood that often drown out the very occasional rays of light that have illuminated him over the years. I think that Mortar recalls a memory that was buried. It was of him and his essentially surrogate mother, Rita, and he had just come back from from transporting a weapon shipment across the desert, and he come back. His feet were blistered, bleeding. He was wrecked to ruin. He hadn't eaten in days. He was thirsty. He was battered to all hell because he was late. But he makes it back to their shared tent in one piece, and he remembers Rita very simply, just seeing him and smiling at him, and she just out of nowhere just began telling him a joke. And I think it was the most absurd joke that Mortar has ever heard. But even through this memory shot, Mortar can't remember what the punchline was, but he does remember that the only thing that he experienced in that moment was his sides were aching from how much he was laughing.
Okay.
Aw.
What flavour of jelly is it?
I'm
Strawberry?
not sure.
Lime?
No. Let's go with something with a little bit of yeah. Maybe a lime. Lime is probably the best. Yeah.
Okay. The taste of lime, very much there, joins that memory, and in that moment, a new connection is made. Anytime that you experience the flavour of lime, you may, if you wish to, re-invoke this memory of happiness.
I think Mortar doesn't realize that he's just taking this thing. He's closed his eyes as memory suddenly comes into focus. He opens his eyes and his cheeks feel wet. As he doesn't realize, but tears just started going. He didn't even feel them.
Okay. And Kirv, you drink down your memory shot. Tell me a positive memory from your childhood.
I would say Kirv being probably no older than 10, sneaking off, perhaps behind one of the sheds, and watching the crows that guard the farm. And sometimes they switch over, take shifts almost, these crows, sent from the Lord of Crows. And as they're swapping over and they're flying, Kirv is waiting for this moment. And as they fly above her, she runs along beneath them, her arms spread out, and she pretends to fly along with them. And in that moment, she feels she could be anywhere.
Oh,
She's
that is
alone.
that is Ghibli as fuck, and I love it.
And Kirv recalls that is why she ended up being named Kirv, meaning bird in Infernal.
As you recall this memory, what's the flavour of your jelly shot?
Mm.
Fringe, maybe?
It's the hardest. It's the hardest question we've been faced with all day. Genuinely feel like my life is on the line right now.
What is the flavour of the jelly? Tell me.
Tell me.
Yeah, it might be a weird one, but let's go for pomegranate.
Okay.
Ooh.
Pomegranate flavoured jelly. Okay. And when you experience the flavour of pomegranate, you may invoke this memory again in the future. The two of you kind of sit there, and as you're there, a kind of one of the dragon familiars has come over and has placed what looks to be two napkins on the table. As you kind of go to dry your eyes in this moment, Mortar, you kind of pull the handkerchief away, and it's completely dry, but so is your face. as they cast Prestidigitation on you. And you feel good. Both of you do.
I think Mortar just kind of wordlessly just looks at Kirv, just like smile on his face.
You okay? Did you get a bad memory?
Mortar shakes his head with a smile growing slightly wider. No, just I remember something that meant a lot to me, and yeah, it was something I buried a long time ago, and I finally found it. What about you?
It was a memory I'd pushed down. I always thought it was silly, but I'm looking at it now with new eyes, I suppose.
Yeah. I got lime.
As you have that laugh in this moment, Vinny, you've caught up with Ellie and Romulus. You see that kind of going along a number of the will look to be the stalls along the edge here. You see that Ellie has found what looks to be a focus vendor, currently selling kind of various bits of wood. Will look to be different materials: stone, glass, crystal, bone. There's all sorts here. And as you're looking about, you can see that Ellie is very clearly and kind of busily looking over the various ingredients here as you approach from behind with the snake wraps and the snow globes. Vinny?
But let me guess, you've been at it all morning?
Yeah. I'm just getting the last parts to finish my stuff.
I'll
Yeah,
admit I feel
also
like
cool.
I've run a marathon.
That's you feeling like that.
You see, he's got like armfuls of just random bits.
Yeah, he's carrying so many bags of just stuff.
I mean, I hate to think how much this is actually going to weigh, all of this stuff. I have elementals for this, but Romulus is here.
Romulus can carry it.
I'll
He'll
offer
insist.
the food over.
Okay.
You got a hand free, big guy?
I'm sure I can. He's he kind of juggles a few things, kind of sliding them down his arm so his hands are free as he takes the snake wrap and the snow globe. Oh, thank you.
That's all right. Food delivery is one thing, but I do draw the line at baby birding.
Open up, Ellie.
Just sort of like,
Then you see that he begins to eat his snake wrap.
no, it's okay. It's okay. No. Ew. Just gonna have wings. Don't want to be fed like that.
Productive day so far then, you two?
Well, I've picked up Simulacrum, so I can make another me.
It sounds
Great
terrible.
invisibility. Honestly, I'm a blessing. To have two of me is just a gift.
I don't need another daughter.
Hey, if I can have all the dads, you can have all the daughters. Okay.
You
How's
and
yours
Kirv are
gone?
enough.
Yeah. Yeah, I can imagine. So how's yours gone? Done much? And I just sort of turn around and like, and a couple of these and a couple of these, and turn back to Vinny.
Productive. I had a revelation about the Sons of Silver.
Oh?
They're
Oh?
probably not going to attack us here.
Hey,
Or the cons on,
I mean,
at any rate.
that'd be bold. Hmm. Well, I mean, they've been bolder, so fair.
Mm,
Fair.
You kind of
Well-
mentioned this, and you can see what looks to be a kind of a large Gi. His kind of dark grey skin, kind of chiseled, toned features, is kind of looking as you're kind of having this conversation. You've got food, and he's looking over, and you're looking over the materials. One of the few vendors who are here, as you're looking over the bits and pieces here, you can see he kind of looks up and goes, "It's been mentioned about the possibility of attacks from various organizations happening here. There's a general agreement for those who come to Wizardcon. If another wizard is in danger of being harmed or anything else, we get involved. So I don't know, unless you've got an army of several thousands, you're dealing with a lot of very powerful wizards. It'd be a bit stupid to do anything."
weird
Mhm.
timing for them to take such a big risk.
Very true.
Is that what's going on with the soldiers as well, by the way?
I don't know. When I arrived here and started setting up, there's a bigger military presence. One of the organizers said it's increased security, but also said that they're just a byproduct of something else. I couldn't tell you the exacts.
Hmm.
They're all keeping it a little hush, so I assume there's something going on.
We'll find out later on. I have been curious about it.
But you might know a bit more than me, but you can always ask around.
Yeah.
Thank you. I might do that, actually.
Mm-hmm.
He kind of looks up, he's looking over, and he's like, "Did your staff that you made with the previous materials last few months ago work out nicely?"
I'll get my staff out and show like where it is so far, and then I'll gesture to my list and like the things that I'm currently getting to actually finish it.
Ah, good. Well, hopefully I'll see you again at the next Wizardcon, and you'll be able to show me how the staff's doing.
Yeah. I mean, it's gonna take a. Yeah, it's gonna take a little while to make. I might have to see if someone can help. Okay, but yeah, it's coming out all right. Hopefully I can get it finished, and that will be a massive help in my favour. Also enables me to change my elementals, which have saved my friends quite a lot of times.
I can see you've got a few of them. He kind of looks
Oh,
behind,
no.
and the two elementals and Treladex are just kind of hovering nearby.
Oh, they're just that's not the staff. That's just they exist. They're my friends.
Wonderful, more elementals.
My elemental, I can summon them and shift them. So I have an armadillo, I have a cat, I have a spider, I have a bear, I have got to go to my character sheet. I have a snake and a scorpion. And they all serve different roles and purposes. So, yeah, this has enabled that. and quite useful. Meanwhile, my main elementals also all serve different purposes, except for Treladex. He's not an elemental, he's an actual dragon, but he's my friend too.
He's nodding along, listening to this, taking in as much as he can, but not encouraging any further talking. Kind of just smiling along, nodding, taking it in. It's like, oh, okay. Well, anything else you need? And gesturing to the stand.
So I got the entire list. Obviously I've been picking some bits out. I will hand over how much of the 14,565 gold worth of materials can he provide me?
That was for
Upgrading my stuff. That was strictly for my stuff.
I will
And
say
we never went over what parts.
yeah, he would have enough. Oh no, those are the. Oh, you're looking for those. Okay. Okay, so yeah, he would have all of those.
Okay, then as we finish
Well, you know
up the
what?
conversation.
We'll say, as you're going through, kind of looking through, he gets some of it and he goes, if you're looking for more of it, you'll need to go to one of the other focus vendors. Me and my group tend to spread around so that individuals can buy whatever they might need and explore throughout, and more likely to catch the attention of different individuals. You'll find Kulo at the clearing just to the north of here, and you'll probably find Harlan in the area just behind the Creaky Buzzard. Harlan is the owner of Wand Carvers in Port Zantac, the one who spoke to you last time, not the one from Cantaloupe. I went through and I found who you were referring to.
Okay, then I will. My next port of call, it'll be Harlan, and then hopefully I can get the last of my stuff, and then go get some food, and then I'm going to Zaker's.
Well, you have your snake wrap and snow globe.
True, but I would like to see what was on their menu.
Okay.
Hey, look, I'm a growing dragon.
Yes, you are.
Car.
As you purchase those and begin to head to the Creaky Buzzard. Vinny, are you going to be travelling with them, or seeing as you have the rest of the materials, just spend the money for it because it would be the 14,000.
Okay, I'll just wipe that out then. So that's left me with 3,885 gold. Cool.
You haven't even bought the components
no,
for these
I'm gonna
spells
spend
yet.
more time. I'm going to spend some more time exploring the con.
Okay.
There's only 2 that I need.
Which is?
3. I need to get incense and 4 ivory sticks. So if I'm right, Legend Lore only consumes the incense, right?
Correct. So it costs 250 GP per use.
Cool. And then I've got a ruby, which I also need to get. So
Which is the
my theory
1,500.
was, yeah. So if I get 4 uses of Legend Lore and the 1 ruby, then that's going to take me to pretty golden at that point.
Okay. Sounds good. Okay. So you were going to continue exploring, did you say, Vinny?
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me an investigation check, if you please.
That's a 21.
21. Okay. Is there any particular area that you might want to explore on this map? Note that green spaces are typically where you'll find stands for the most part, but some of them are set up on kind of near major buildings.
Okay. There'll probably be more performances on as the con gets in full swing. Is the smaller part of the village over the river more? Is that as connected to the con?
I'll say from your previous looking around, there aren't as many stalls being set up on the other side, but some of them that are seem to be more like small developer individuals. So ones who are either making small time magic items, baubles, people from the village, things that aren't going to be mainstream when it comes down to it. But there might be small-time sellers who have things to sell here, interesting things that might be harder to come by or weirder in some regard. But it's also going to be quieter as well.
All right, sounds good. I'll have a look around, see if I can find any weird stuff.
Okay. So, heading across the bridge and having a look around for weird stuff. You come across, let's see, roll me a d8 if you please.
There's an 8. One.
1. Okay. As you head over to the other side here, you see what looks to be kind of this prestigious wizard has set up a small stand by the looks of it. And you can see, you remember this guy from last year. In fact, you passed by the stand, but you didn't pay it much mind, because why would you? As you look at the stand, you see that the individual, kind of an older gentleman, is currently there, kind of tapping his thumbs together. Sorry, not an older gentleman. This is the younger one. As he's there, kind of tapping his thumbs together, looking about, and as some people are passing by, you can see as school is beginning to kind of end around this time, kind of in the early afternoonish. You can see that there are some people coming by. You can see parents coming along with kids, and the individuals kind of raising their hands, and you can see that they are handing out forms for applications to the Kilngard College in the capital. And as you're kind of taking this in and looking at it, it's odd to see, but there are individuals recruiting for training new and young wizards and testing their potential. And you can see that there's one family that kind of goes over, and you can see they're more of what, by the looks of it, would be kind of herders, farmers, individuals who have kind of brought themselves up in the settlement around here on the livestock and the land itself, as opposed to being brought in with the trade and setting themselves up here. And as they kind of walk over with their young boy, you can see he kind of looks up, sees the form, and he's kind of looking at it, and the younger gentleman's there, and you see that he kind of places a small wand in front of the young boy and asks him to just kind of give it a little swing to see what happens. And you can see a small jet of flame shoot out of the end, almost in surprise, as the individual urges the parents to apply their son for the Kilngard College to learn to become a wizard, as their son seems to have the potential to do so. You pick up on this, just this natural idea of it, that they are recruiting. They're looking for individuals who might have the potential, which in one sense might be concerning. Otherwise looking to not necessarily pry on the weakness of others or hunting for individuals in this manner, but there is the possibility that these individuals could be one day very skilled people, and they're looking to train as many as they can, and you can feel the world changing. Even with the presence of just this one stand, there are people out here. There's the presence of Wizardcon. Magic is becoming stronger and stronger by each next generation, among all walks of life, and it's not long until one change may break and things will get potentially much more extreme, and the ways of the old will die away to the new efforts. As you're looking about that, you feel a hand fall on your shoulder as you're looking at this, kind of reminding you, as you were falling into a memory of when you were younger, you going to college and picking up on some of these things, but not having the aptitude for magic. As in the same way, you feel a hand kind of fall on your shoulder, and Carvern, who you can see small droplets of water kind of that have collected on the edges of her scales, just kind of goes, "Good to see you're reminiscing on the past."
The past and the future.
You've been enjoying yourself in the con so far?
Trying to. It feels like how much has been going on recently and how much is going to be going on surely in the future. It feels like we have too much to do to relax, but
I can get that.
I'm trying my best. How about you?
I realised I was in a similar boat to you and went straight to the bathhouse. I've enjoyed a lovely time of relaxation. Wonderful pair of wizards in there. Very chatty. One of them's a bubble mage and made the bathhouse a wonderful spectacle for all the people. And yeah, they've mentioned that they knew the whereabouts of a large magic item vendor at the stall or at the Wizardcon, so I thought I'd give them a check out.
This sounds good then. Wait, Bubble Mage?
Yeah, she was making bubbles and making little animated, like, creatures, kind of like Ellie's elementals, just out of bubbles. And they were moving through the bathhouse and making the whole place more fragrant and perfumey.
Didn't know you could make a living doing that. Man, adventuring's for suckers.
She chuckles. Ain't that right? It was kind of a waste of time. A lot of danger and not a lot of pay. Meanwhile, you could sit in a bathhouse and make bubbles and make people happy, and you get paid to do it.
Guess it does leave you a sitting duck if the apocalypse comes along.
I don't know. A few of those
But hey, what are
bubbles
the
could
chances of
probably
that?
fight them. But you're right. Better
Magic
to be...
items, you said?
Yes, indeed. Over by the pavilion on the other side. And she points to this section of green area over here. They bought out the edge of the pavilion. It's a natural place, from what I understand, where there's going to be a few performances later on, and it's also a place where the military likes to train. But it's being used in Wizardcon for selling items.
Seems well worth a look then. I don't suppose you've run into any of these military types, have you?
There have been a few about, and there have been some in the bathhouses. They were, for the most part, just kind of letting off steam. Didn't mention too much. I kept an ear out just in case, but no, they didn't mention anything. Saying that they were grateful that they were on guard duty here during WizardCon, saying that it's a good time and typically quite peaceful. Just having to keep the peace and make sure there aren't too many thieves about. Other than that, no, not really.
Probably nothing. Probably not our business anyway, but I'd just like to be sure.
Yeah, I get what you mean. Wanting to know that things are all okay, it's hard to relax.
If there were a completely innocent reason for so much of the army to be mobilizing, surely they could just tell people.
Yeah, I suppose, but then again, most of them, for the sounds of it, don't seem to know why they're moving either, so either there's a war brewing or something else is going on. Well, I guess only time will tell. Hey, say what, after we visited the item vendor and kind of settled down for tonight, tomorrow, how about we take the group to the bathhouse? Means they can relax and chill for a bit. They can spend some time not worrying about about everything. As it stands, I imagine it would be good for Mortar to wash some those fresh limbs of his, and I imagine with all that Kirv and Romulus have been doing, they're going to be busy as well. And didn't you mention something about dance lessons?
I'll have to go find some space for that.
Well, if you're looking for space, I kind of had a little wander around earlier, and I did spy that there are some clearing areas that are, for the most part, open still. They aren't on the rotation for selling goods by any means. So there are a few spots. Otherwise, I'm sure we could ask Thema if we could use the Magnificent Mansion for dancing. Hey, even he might want to join in.
Maybe. Always an option. Although, since we're in a nice, scenic place like this, I'd like to see if I can try and find somewhere out here.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like the novelty of the mansion wears off after a time.
Yeah, I can get that. There's also something else I want to do. You're welcome to tag along, but don't feel like you have to. I'm gonna be going to the church and making just a memory offering for numbers, and you see that she there was that strength as she was going to make the statement, but got caught on the name. I think it'll be good. It's best that
I'd
we
love to
remember
join you, if
both
you
of them.
wouldn't mind.
She nods. The two of you kind of head off. Where would you like to go first? Do you think you'll go to the church just to kind of do a little memory offering, or do you think you'll go to the item vendors first?
I think we'll head to the pavilion first.
Okay. Heading to the pavilion, you see what looks to be a relatively large open space here. You can see there are quite a few trees. There are small-time vendors kind of peppered around here, along with what look to be a few wizards, some of who are dueling, they're sparring. They're doing small training lessons as well here, by the looks of it. Individuals who are interested to learn about magic. There are demonstrations small demonstrations that are beginning to take place here, where two wizards are kind of showing off different kinds of spells and beginning to explain the usage of them, as if, or not necessarily enticing people to come and watch, but very much bringing in a level of interest, getting the people involved to pick up on some of these, like historical recreations of using weapons and stuff, if you've seen those at all. That sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
As you arrive at the magic items vendor, you see there from before what looks to be Tess the Fluxy and Ember the Ishlan. Both of them are kind of just keeping about things. They've placed a lot of the things out, and you can see there's a large book in the center, so you can see what's been bought, what hasn't, and you can see there's what looks to be 2 wizards currently in the queue. Last time you came here, you knew that there were hundreds of individuals generally swarming the place to try and get their magic items when they could. Most of it was selling out. Today, you have free reign. Most things they have a good stock of. If there's anything in particular you might be looking for, a magic item that isn't on the list that was mentioned, because you've caught them on their first day, you can roll a d20, and if you get a 15 or higher, it will be there. Unless it is of legendary quality. In which case I am likely to have it be that it's not there. But I believe the list was already posted? Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Posted on the Sunday.
Yeah. As they're going, as you're kind of having a look through, you see Carvern kind of go over and pick up what looks to be kind of this large blue cape cloak thing, and is looking at it and puts it on, and just kind of has a little bit of a flourish with it, and seems to be kind of quite happy with it in this moment, as well as picking up a ring of what looks to be kind of this gold band with a leaf as part of it, as she buys the 2 magic items that she is looking to get, which is a mantle of spell resistance and a ring of evasion. So while you're having a look through that, did you want me to go to other people, see what they're doing?
Yes, if you don't mind.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'll
Okay.
have a look through.
Mortar and Kirv. Where would you be at this time? You've had your memory shots, you've got a little bit of time to yourselves. You can continue exploring for the rest of the day, or you can head back to the tavern and relax. Depends on what you would like to do, if you've got an agenda or otherwise. It's about early afternoonish, so you've got some time.
I've got loads of time. I think after kind of like having something to eat and having some, Mortar's still in the mood to explore. He's very, very interested to see what kind of magic's on display, see what kind of talent is coming. I think he just wants to take a look around and just like. I know it's still like the setting up day, so I doubt many people are going to be out kind of like properly in force, you know, doing their thing. I think that's something Mortar's very interested in, and yeah, he's very curious to see like what constitutes a powerful wizard amongst not regular people necessarily, but people kind of on the day-to-day, I suppose.
On the concentrate, with a higher concentration of wizards in play, I guess would be the best way to phrase it.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me an insight check, if you please. And Kirv, are you exploring with Mortar, or are you heading elsewhere?
I can imagine they're walking around together,
Okay.
maybe holding hands.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
That is a 7.
Okay. Looking around, your expertise falls more with psionics at the end of the day. Your harness on
For
magic
sure.
is a very different aspect. And looking at these individuals, you can't tell who is a powerful wizard versus who isn't. You look at Kirv and you go, Kirv is a powerful wizard. But her magic
is
comes from
powerful.
a completely different source. And compared to Ellie is a monstrously powerful wizard. Vinny is the strongest wizard you know. And there are a bunch of different people learning, growing, and going about this. As you are beginning to wander, go ahead and roll me a d8 if you please, just to see if you have any interesting random encounters here.
I want to fight someone so bad. That's a 4. That sounds like a fighting number.
Okay.
I
As
can introduce you one ideal.
as you're wandering around, you don't necessarily get involved in a fight by any means, but you do witness one. As you begin to get closer to kind of one of these areas, it's not necessarily a hub of individuals, but you can see there are a few moving around. There are a few wizards, and you hear kind of a shout over the crowd. Oi! Callan! And as he shouts it, you see another individual turns around, and you see 2 wizards kind of walk towards one another, and you see that they embrace in that moment, just kind of a hug as they begin to talk to one another. And as you were about to go back to your business, you watch as they peer apart, and the crowd around them begins to almost split, and you kind of join them in that moment as you see the 2 of them prepare to duel with one another. Seems to be a friendly duel between friends who haven't seen each other since the last con. And
Aw.
you watch as one of them kind of big ups himself and goes, I've been learning new spells since last time, I hope you're ready. As you see he pulls out what looks to be a cord of leather with what looks to be a weighted stone on the end with a number of holes in it, as he begins to swing it almost like a sling. And the other one in this moment goes, "Oh, I'm ready since last time." And you see that he pulls out what looks to be a small dagger of sorts. And as he holds himself ready, and you watch as the one with the sling swings the sling in such a way, and you hear this sudden high-pitched squeal as a shatter is cast on the other one, who takes it like a champ before running towards his friend with the dagger, and you watch as he disappears momentarily, as a greater invisibility is cast before going up behind him, and a duel proceeds between a arcane trickster style character and a what looks to be a lower level mage to a degree. As the two of them begin to combat one another, the arcane trickster landing a few good hits and cuts here and there. You hear the kind of a small tink as a potion is kind of placed nearby. You see the wizard goes to grab it before the potion disappears again, before being kind of knocked prone onto the ground. Not necessarily humiliatingly, but very much a manner of, oh, I've tricked you into falling for a fake potion, with kind of a minor illusion, as they kind of unleash kind of these big AoE spells that don't hit the crowd but are controlled in that manner to try and catch out their friend as they become visible, before flinging a few almost directed chromatic orbs at them. And you watch as as in this moment the wizard. Actually, you know what? Instead of me rolling, I'm going to have the two of you roll. Kirv and Mortar, choose a side and roll me a d20, please.
Ooh.
Do you want the wizard with a sling or the wizard with a knife?
I'll go the wizard with the sling.
I just found it so funny that you were like, "Oh yeah, you know, sling and everything." I was like, "Okay, all right." And then this knife, and it's like, "I'm going to stab you. That is my magic." Okay, yeah, I'll be the knife guy.
Okay, go ahead and roll me a d20 each, please.
Duel of the Fates over here, throwing shatters around like it's no one's business. That's
Okay.
a 13 for me.
That's 11.
So the wizard with the sling in this moment, as he goes to cast a spell, you can see he's swinging it over his head as the one with the knife otherwise rushes up, throws the knife, and you watch as the wizard kind of dodges out of the way, and as he goes to cast the spell, you see that he flicks the leather forward. The end of the sling is gone, as the knife has cut through the leather, and you watch as it careens over the crowd nearby to you two, as you watch as the roguish one just runs by, dives for it, and just like a game of rugby, the two of them kind of tackle over it. He grabs it, holds it up, and the one with the sling kind of taps out and goes, "I can't cast any more spells," before they pass it to one another, hands him a real potion, and the two of them kind of shake hands. The crowd generally cheers. A few people do exchange money. There's nothing against betting on either side if you would like to participate in friendly bets with your friends, but the crowd then begins to break up and disperse back to what they were originally doing. And you can hear sounds of kind of these friendly competitive duels taking place throughout the city, throughout the day. So there are small fights that do take place as time is going on. Some are friendly duels, some are heated rivalries. But you note that each time one appears, you notice that Tiefling with the checkboard just almost walks into the edge of the arena, almost as if monitoring it. And you note that it's the same one every time.
Okay.
That's the one thing that you do note from this, is that whoever this official is for Wizardcon, they are everywhere they need to be when they need to be. Which either means that you're dealing with a Nurse Joy situation, or
oh boy,
or maybe they've got simulacrum or some form of teleportation. You don't know the details of it, but they are present for every single wizard duel that takes place.
I mean, I wonder if you have to be exclusively be a wizard to participate in these fights. Do you reckon there's any wizards who just like throw hands, like just scrap? You know, I don't know. I know it's Wizardcon. I know it's all about magic, but man, I'm seeing all these powers getting thrown around, and I'm itching to throw down with somebody. You know,
I
I
think
don't
it's
even
the
get it.
catch-all. When I was here last time, as long as you could use some magic, that's what they cared about.
So if I were to cast a spell and then punch someone in the face, they wouldn't mind.
Are you
That's
having
more.
this?
That's more.
Are you having this
That's more my
conversation
conundrum.
publicly or privately?
Quietly, but it's more just a discussion.
Okay.
It's less of me going, I'm going to punch someone in the face to start a fight. It's more like Mortar's trying to figure out what the parameters are for I suppose partaking in these fights, like what's allowed, what's not allowed. He's not really sure,
Yeah.
because to him a fight's a fight. You know, it's no holds barred. You know, it's quite difficult for him to kind of go for a sparring match unless he's going up against somebody who's also throwing hands, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So he's kind of not really sure. So it's less of me going, I'm going to punch someone, and more of me going, what are the rules so I can punch someone?
That makes sense. As you're
But yes,
wandering
I
around,
suppose it's publicly enough.
I guess, what direction are you going to head from this crossroads? That'll be the question. Do you think you'll head left into a bit more of like the kind of civilian area, keep heading north towards the Adventurers Guild further on, head to the right and see if there's anything interesting along here, or turn back? Depending on the choice, will depend on the encounter.
Is there anything you wanna do in particular, Kev? I mean, we kind of saw what I'm about, you know. Like watching that fight was kind of sick though. Like they were throwing around some pretty. I was expecting like, I don't know, some cantrips and stuff, but they were throwing around some real heavy hitting stuff.
They don't hold back here.
No, well, it's my kind of place. Hey, you don't mind me potentially getting into scraps so long as it's above board and stuff, right? It's not gonna bother you at all?
What have you got in mind?
Well, I don't know. It's more like, you know what I'm like when it comes down to fighting. I love it. It's one of the times when I feel electric, you know? And I don't know. It's been a while since I've kind of been pushed in just a one-on-one, you know, not necessarily sparring session, but you know, no holds barred, but then, you know, walk away at the end of it, kind of a thing, I guess. I don't know. Just wanted to make sure there wasn't going to be one of those things where you're secretly not okay with it, I guess, in a way.
As long as you save a fight for me, we're good.
Mortar will grin so widely at that. Oh yeah, okay. Yep. Okay, yeah, I can get behind that. Well, I mean, do you want to go a few rounds at some point?
Are there any good places?
I do not know. You know this place better than I do. You way. But personally,
Well, last time it was in a different location.
Oh, okay, never mind then. But personally, I mean, I've got my eye on that big place there, but I don't see us getting a front row seat and being able to hop in that particular ring. But we can dream.
Let's have a look anyway.
Yeah, okay. Looks like this area is a bit more kind of civilian based. I don't want to cause that much trouble for people who aren't really getting involved in the actual event.
No,
What do
I
you reckon?
agree.
Straight ahead, or do you think we just go back or head towards the big top?
Let's go towards the big top.
Okay, yeah. That seems to be where the biggest concentration of magical people are. So yeah, let's do it.
Yeah. heading towards the big top. You head over there and you can see that the stage has been set up. The musical instruments are playing, kind of continuing to play different songs. Different wizards have come up and done what they need to. You can see that the crowds are people who look like they aren't as many wizards. People who are more residents of Marasmere have begun kind of taking up seats and stuff, and you can see people are doing magical demonstrations and stuff. There's what looks to be a large signboard that seems to denote the events that are upcoming on that day. And looking at it, you can see that there's quite a lot of just magical demonstrations, what looks to be kind of simple, kind of interactive lectures on the different schools of magic, along with a few representatives who are going to be talking about various things. One of them seems to be from the Kilngard College, one seems to be from Zaker's School of Magic. There's another one for... Hold on, I need to remember what it's called now. From... Where is it? Arwen's Legend of the Arcane. And others that seem to come from... And one which looks to be a demonstration of writing runes from Durgani.
Are there any that lean towards less kind of the normal schools of magic and some towards the more psionic side of things? Or does that appear to be something that's not?
Not today. There might be some in future days, and it looks like the events will be changing. Okay. There doesn't seem to be a specific event board that's taking place that you can tell, but you can see that there are a few officials around. There's information booths here or there, so if you wanted to go and ask, there's things you could look for.
I mean, I'll turn to Kirv and I'll say, it's kind of a shame. It doesn't look like they have much psionic here. Maybe it's just something that people aren't interested in, I guess, in comparison to like regular nerd shit.
I'd be surprised if there was nothing about it. I seem to have everything here, but there are several days.
Okay, maybe if we come back tomorrow. I mean, this is a cool spot. Like, I mean, I can imagine there's going to be a lot of buskers and there's a lot of like performers and stuff like that who are probably going to be taking the show. But I mean, if there's like a private place where we can potentially rumble, that could be kind of cool. Or even if we get to show off a little spectacle, that could be quite fun.
Kirv grins. Is there anywhere nearby that looks free, Chris?
Looks free?
Like, you know, a decent amount of space to have a fight without causing issues.
Doesn't necessarily look like there's any free space in that regard. You are noting that there are what looks to be a few kind of set up purposeful arenas that is almost like they're officiated dueling areas, and you can see that there's almost like a sign-up desk to a degree, and as you approach kind of with that in mind, you can see that there is there's what looks to be another one of these floating signboards, which both of you can read because it appears in all readable languages. And as you kind of look it over, you can see that there are demonstrations on for the next 2 hours, and then there will be open slots that you can sign up for, and then after that there are restricted slots for professional duels.
Can we?
Please.
Mortar is so excited. Mortar's like, it's like Christmas for Mortar. This is, first off, he's never fought Kirv before. Like, he's kind of like, you know, obviously the worm in Vinny's head kind of put Kirv against everybody, but Mortar specifically did not want to fight that variant of Kirv. But in a controlled environment where we're both consenting to have fun and, you know, push our skills and basically test each other, push each other, build a bond in that sense as well. Yeah, Mortar's absolutely ecstatic with the idea of being able to duel with Kirv.
So how does this work? We go over. We.
Yeah, you go
I
over.
mean,
What specifically can we sign up?
I guess so.
You go up
There's
to the
like a
sign-up
pen.
desk. You can see that there's a clerk currently sat there, what looks to be a Weros individual, kind of smartly dressed for the most part. Kind of has a pen in front of them, which they're currently like rolling backwards and forwards as a demonstration is taking place, and they're not actively worrying about people coming and signing up because, well, it's too early for that. As the two of you approach, the Weros looks up. Hello. Here for the if you're here to watch the demonstration, it's free. Just head around and try and find a way to look and watch in. You can hear the two individuals talking about the demonstration on how one might use defensive magic to protect themselves, while another might use offensive magic, and kind of the counterbalance of dueling and the general etiquette behind it.
Ooh. I mean, it could be kind of interesting for us to know the rules, and then it means that we could do this kind of legitimately, but also still with those restrictions, potentially have a little bit of fun. Might get us to think outside the box.
I'm
Oh,
not
you
so
just want
sure
to
I'm
go
into the academic side of this.
that's
and I
true.
turn to the guy again. Like, is there dueling here?
There is, yes. If you're looking to duel one another, that you would be taking up an open slot. If you're looking to potentially compete in a professional duel, you need to have your sign-up form filled in. If you're looking for one of those, you'll need to head to the information desk over by the entrance to the big top, or to the entrance to the Adventurers Guild to the north, in the northern section of Marasmere, where you can sign up for professional duels.
Mortar will look at Kirv. Is that something we're interested in? Do we want to see how far we can go, or do you want to keep this as a strictly us? Don't get me wrong. I'm not a jealous kind of guy. You know, if you wanna, you know, it's like if you want to try out a few different dance partners, I'll get jealous. Say that kind of grinning.
Oh my god. Sorry. How about today we stick just us two? Rest
That
up.
sounds good.
Tomorrow,
That sounds good.
let's see how it goes. Maybe sign up for the professional ranks. Well, maybe you can. I might give it a breather.
That's
give it a
fair
pass.
enough. Well, I mean, ultimately, if you're not going to be there, there's not much point in me doing it. I think it's
What do you
good that
mean?
we spend time. Well, you know, it's good that we spend time together. Shit happens so fast in work. I mean, you know it, I know it. It'd just be nice to. I just kind of want to spend this time with you, you know. So if you don't want to join with the professional stuff, I'm good to miss that too, because I want to make sure that I'm making every second count with you.
By beating the crap out of each other?
Oh yes. Well, getting beaten the crap out of.
I'm
I've
sure
seen
you'll
you
get
throw-
hit.
Hey, I've seen you body Romulus. I mean, I tried that once and it didn't work out well.
Fair point. So what are the
Yeah.
open?
Open slots are simply you sign up, you choose one of the available time slots, and then the two of you turn up at that time and duel. If you do not turn up, then it will be replaced with a small demonstration, and if you miss the time slot, then I'm sorry, nothing I can do for you.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Fair enough.
mean-
When's the... Sorry, go on.
No, I was just Mortar looks at Kirv. So, what time should we have our duel?
What's
I
the
reckon we
next...
should go for like. Is there like a cinematic time a day that potentially we could throw down? Make a real thing out of it.
Well, if you're looking for cinematic times of day, you've got between 3 and 5.
Damn, those are the hungriest times of days. We're gonna have the hungriest spectators in the world. They're gonna be so mad. It's gonna be awesome.
Except
That makes
for
me happy.
315. 315's already taken.
Ominous.
Yeah, that is ominous.
Man, I want to challenge my granddad.
Oh, that would be amazing. Please.
Oh, if you want to, you can. I'll have to find his spell,
Oh.
his characters, or his stat block. But
I would like to challenge my granddad. I'm gonna get my ass kicked, but boy howdy do I want to.
yeah,
It would be cool to kind of like just have everybody kind of just like a little kind of in group, specifically with our party, kind of just like bet as to how far we can kind of go, like just how many fights we can win. Maybe just like a friendly little bet kind of thing. That could be quite fun.
true. The main thing is that
I hear you.
Carvern and Romulus wouldn't be able to compete because they do not have magical capacity.
Mm.
Romulus
the
does
only
have
thing.
runes though, and there was magical stuff regarding runes, so would that count?
There are two kinds of runes. There's the runes that Ellie uses, and then there's the runes that Romulus uses. Romulus draws on the natural magic of those runes to do stuff, but they aren't innately magical for the purpose of casting spells. Whereas what Ellie does is the drawing of runes for the manipulation and the adjustment of how magic works, which is classed as just straight up magic. So there's the two differences
see.
in that regard.
Oh, okay, I gotcha. I mean, okay, 315's taken, so how long does a slot typically like hold for? Like what's kind of the
15
timing for that?
minutes
Is it like a
is-
half hour?
is your
Oh,
slot.
15 minutes, okay. Okay.
So you can either go
Should we go
before
half-
them at 3, or you
half
can go
3?
after them half 3.
Half
Should we
three?
go half
Sounds good to me.
Yeah.
Alright.
Sounds great.
Half 3. Be
See
back
you on
here
the
in about
battlefield.
2 hours.
Are there any special rules we should know about?
Both of you
Thank
must have the
you,
ability
yes.
to cast magic. Use of weapons and foci is permitted, but please try to use as much magic as you would like. This is dueling for the purposes of showing others what you might be capable of. If you're just looking to fight one another in a non-official theme, you can just do that anywhere in the city. You don't have to worry, or the settlement, so long as you're not going to get anyone hurt. But within this controlled setting, just use magic to kind of show off and give some
Okay.
pizzazz to what you're doing. The condition for this is that
Sounds
you're
like
going to
a
have to
plan.
describe your attacks and try to use as much flashy magic as you can. Psionics isn't necessarily
What a
flashy,
shame.
but I will allow you to try and make it flashy.
I will make it flashy, don't you worry.
Oh, I have no doubt.
Ah,
Oh, and
I'm
also
stoked.
once either of you feel that you are too weak beyond a certain point, you are to tap out. So the way this works is that it will be a hit system. So after either of you has taken 3 hits, we're not going to count for damage. After either of you has taken 3 hits, you're out. You cannot take more than 1 hit per round, but you can still use all of your attacks to try and do more effectively. So you can force someone into a
Awesome.
corner, if you will, by doing more attacks and making it look flashy and making it harder for them on their next turn.
So it's like we can just burn a bunch of resources without fear of it actually hurting someone once we've acquired that first hit.
Exactly.
Hell
so,
yeah. Okay,
so
that's perfect.
best way to put it would be, let's say for example Romulus was allowed in this. If Romulus went in, made an attack, hit Ellie, and then action surged for the remaining 5 attacks and hit all of them, Ellie takes no damage and it counts as 1 hit, but it increases the
Perfect.
DC or the required to hit for all of her attacks on the next turn to try and hit Romulus because he's backing her into a corner.
Oh, I'm so excited for this. Oh, man.
Okay. Oh, also, he would note this as well. Summons are allowed provided both sides of it are willing to consent to the use of summons. We are aware that some individuals who specialize in magic are more proficient when it comes to summoning, so both parties must agree because summons do shift the balance of how magic works.
Okay, which one do you want, Eugene or Filch?
Well, it's just Filch at
I've
the
got a
moment.
couple of dance partners. I've got a couple
I
of
think I
dance
like
partners I can summon for them if they want to throw down with them. I don't see it going very well. It's
I don't think I have
can't fix
either
level
of my
summon
crows right
aberration.
Yeah, Filch.
I Filch?
Yeah, he was
Aw.
waiting until you teleported, and then he was going to reappear. So he's with you at the moment.
Aw. How's it going, Filch?
Hey, it's alright, boss. Just, there's a bunch of free food around here if you know where to get it. You can see he's
The floor?
stolen somebody's food.
Dumpsters.
Not even dumpsters. People just sitting out with food on their table. Like, why wouldn't I?
I mean, fair. Man, I'm excited. Is there anything you want to do in the meantime while we're waiting? I think we've got like a couple of hours yet.
Mm. Is there anything interesting about?
Possibly. Well, for now, we'll go to Ellie and Romulus and return to see what they're doing.
Sounds good.
So,
Hell yeah.
Ellie and Romulus, you've gone to the next stand over looking for material components, which you were able to purchase the cost of. But you see, standing at this particular stand is Harlan, the individual you met with last time. And you see a suspicious-looking Centaur also standing there, not very suspiciously, having a talk with him regarding ingredients and Hearn.
Suspicion. We both have Minotaurs.
Harlan,
My
otherwise,
Minotaur is smaller than yours, but hear me out.
How about I trade in my Chef Minotaur for tiny other Minotaur?
I'm going to respec my Minotaur.
As you approach with Romulus, Harlan otherwise looks to Theomar, looks to you, looks to Theomar, and looks back to you and goes, well, this is an interesting occurrence. As Theomar looks to you and just turns back to him and goes, we've already been acquainted and catching up. And he's like, oh, whew. Glad I didn't have to be the one to break the news to you two.
This time.
No, that's good. Glad you didn't need it. So, I've got your order in for you there, and I'll get that all sorted. I'll see if I can get it to you by the end of Wizardcon. If not, I'll have it sent to your home in the next few days. And you see Theomar just nods and goes, thank you very much. I'll see you around, and I might come back for more of a browse later. It's a pleasure doing business with you, sir.
One sec. Can we do?
You hear a chuckle from Hearn as Hearn's just over to one side, just slightly giggling to himself as you bring that up. Not in an offensive way, but in more of a, oh, the gall of the youth.
Oh, I know. I get my ass kicked. But, hear me out. I'm a lot stronger than when I had cantrips.
Theomar looks to you, and just, there is a smile that crosses his face. I don't see why not. Do you want me to arrange it for in the next few days so that you have some time to mentally prepare yourself, or would you be looking to do it now?
Okay. Let's just do it now. First, let me get my components I need to get.
Very well.
You immediately cast
Yeah.
Disintegrate.
We'll do it. No, no
as you-
killing.
as you go to kind of purchase your components, you hear some hushed words from Theomar talking to Hearn, and you watch as you turn back, you see Hearn sprinting off in the distance, and you don't see your grandfather anywhere.
Okay, all right. Well, I mean, it'd be nice to know what time we're doing. I'm sure he'll send me a send-in or something. Anyway, yeah, I also need some components. I'm gonna finish my stuff.
Oh, well, good luck with that. Shame it's not a wand, but you do you.
Well, I
You
mean,
specifically remember that Harlan
have-
is a wand carver, and he believes that wands are far superior to staves because staves are overrated.
Okay, but hear me out. I had tentacles, and tentacles and wands are a weird combo. I got better. I have hands now.
I can tell you got better. So why are you not making it a wand instead now?
Because it's half built.
Fine. Very well. And you buy the remainder
I've
of the
still got
components
my
you need
wonky
from...
wand, and I'll show him my wonky wand, but
Well, that's good that you still have that one. But when you go to make a new wand, let me know and I'll get you the proper ingredients so you can make something good and better than your current one that you're working on. No offense, just
Okay.
as a note.
No, that's fine. I will definitely head you up if I want to make a wand. Trust me, I have many ideas. Just at the moment, not much money. Well, actually, yes, no. But after this, I won't have much money.
I'm sure you'll run into more.
Hmm.
You always find a way to do
Okay.
that. Anyway,
And
enjoy the
I
rest
will
of
show him the
Wizardcon.
remainder of the stuff that I need from the list and purchase it.
Yeah, he gets that for you and you have what you need.
Okay, I will send a sending to Grandad to find out what time it is. Have I got enough time to go to Zaker's?
Okay. You receive the reply to the sending of, I'll arrange it for in a couple of days. You go do what you need to do in Zakens.
I mean, like I said, I don't mind today. I literally just need a couple of hours at Zaker's. Like this evening.
I'll get back to you.
Okay. There isn't, because I want, obviously, Oaks, Dale's going to be here, and I've got a dual Celty too at some point. So,
Yep.
me personally, I'm like, right, logistically.
You got a
Okay,
lot to do.
then in that case, I am going to head straight to Zaker's.
Okay. You head to
Get some
Zakens.
room and head to Zaker's.
Romulus is going to go back to... Well, he's going to I'm going to say Romulus is going to wander for now. He'll wander
Yeah.
around and find stuff. As you teleport to Zakers, I will say comically, for the nature of what actually happened, Romulus is standing there as you teleport to Zakers, and you watch as invisibility ends on your grandfather, who was standing next to you. Just invisible. And
Yeah.
he'd sent Hearn to run off. And Hearn just kind of goes... Or no, Thamar just turns around to Romulus and goes, I guess I won. And he wanders off with Romulus.
What? What did he win?
He cast invisibility
boy.
and you left.
That's the ultimate fade to black right there.
That is very good.
God sake.
He'll do an actual duel with you later, but he has not prepared any combat spells for today, because why would he need them other than disintegrate? It's that, or he's casting his
Yeah.
9th level spell to do Titan Hands, which is gonna... which, admittedly,
Fine.
he would almost certainly win, and that's a very one-sided battle. So he wants to prepare some lower level
Fair.
spells, so he's not just going to trounce you in front of everyone.
Man, this is how it feels like. So I am the equivalent of what it's going to be when it fights Celty. And it's like, alright, what do you know? What level spells do you know up to? Because
That's
if
fair.
I start casting my 7th...
Yeah, it's like she's going to be like,
Get
I
messy.
know, I've learnt up to 4th level spells now. I'm a really powerful wizard. And then you're just like, I know 7th. All right, let's not use any of those.
Just closes the book, goes to the front feet. Right, yeah. Cantrips. Right. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Cool. No, that's fine by me.
As you head to Zakers and complete your secret mission, which I know about, did you go and buy your component for Simulacrum?
No, I'll be getting that later, but
Okay.
I wanted to go to Zakers and get the thing done because, yeah, I'm yet to get the component for that.
Okay. So
But
we will
I just wanted to get this out of the way.
Yeah, we'll handle that post-session, because for the rest of the party, basically, Ellie's calling in a favour to get her... Because we figured out how long it's going to take her staff to be enchanted, and it's going to be about a month or two. So she's calling in some favours and getting the architect and the other powerful wizard guy at... not Azera, the other one, the one who made the chalk out of ley energy for Ellie, to help enchant it so that it can be done in time. She's basically going to call in that favour and owe them one later on. So
One later on. Yeah, that's something.
no, we agreed that there was going to be an Oya one, and you said that you were happy with the Oya one that we discussed.
Yeah, I fully agree. I fully agree.
Good. All right.
Seems like everyone's happy then.
Yeah, exactly. You get your staff, which is... I'll let you decide if you want to tell the party what your staff will do once it's enchanted by the end of Wizardcon, but...
It will set my intelligence to 24.
Fucking hell.
Yep. Does mean that the attribute max will be a little bit wasted because your attribute max is 22, but hey,
Yeah.
it's still a boost, and you weren't
I'm
sure
not
what
gonna
else
go
to
more
get,
precise.
so yeah.
Passively sets my AC to 22.
Yes, because of your Titan armor. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is pretty good. So, Vinny, you and Carvern are down at the magic item stall. Is there anything you would like to buy? And what we'll probably do is we'll round out you doing this and then going to the church, and then we'll probably round out the session there.
Okay. So I can get anything on the list from whenever?
Yep.
Right. Yes, I do have a list of things. I can send that to you. Is it best to do that out of session?
You can do it out of session, or you can do it now. I'm fine with either. If you want to just list what they are, I can tick them off, and then I'll trust that you take the gold out of your inventory.
Okay.
Or,
Well,
do you mean items that aren't on the list? Sorry, because of the first day.
No, that was just for items that aren't on the list.
Ah, okay. Then yeah, send me that out of session, and I'll send you costs.
Yeah. So for some things that aren't on the list that I would be interested in looking for, I have a few options. First one is a Lantern of Revealing.
Good choice. Okay.
A relatively normal lantern, but anything illuminated by the bright light from it cannot be invisible.
Which is very useful.
Simple, but pretty helpful, I think.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just going to make a list of these now for me so that I can find the prices for them when we get there.
Yeah. Next one I want to look for is Gloves of Thievery.
Okay. So a very good one. Okay. Gloves of Thievery. Okay, I believe they are rare. Could be wrong on that.
Uncommon. And also
Oh.
not attunement, which I was surprised to learn.
Oh. Then yeah, fair enough. And Lantern of Revealing is also uncommon, I believe. Okay, so... okay, Lantern of Revealing... Okay. And Gloves of Thievery? Yep.
Okay, those two are pretty obvious and self-explanatory in their value. The last one could be a bit of a long shot, but it would be a very useful backup.
Alright.
Which is a folding boat.
Alright. That one I know. That one I know is rare, because folding boats are great.
I'm pretty sure Rook had one.
Yeah, he did.
Fine.
Yeah, he had one and he never used it. But the main thing that a folding boat is useful for, let's say, for example, you teleport and things go horribly wrong and you end up in the middle of the ocean where you can't cast things. Folding boat.
I used it for cover, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, you used yours for cover, which it shouldn't have been used for. It's like, oh, how are we going to hide? Folding boat.
I mean, if the campaign goes entirely to plan, it seems like we are unlikely to encounter enough water for this to be vital. But things go not to plan all the time.
True.
Yeah, honestly. Besides, I would like a pirate arc.
Hey, we might. We'll have to see.
Yeah, I do need to track down my dad at some point.
This is true.
Hell yeah! Vinny's dad pirate arc.
Okay.
And yeah, those are the three that I had.
Alrighty. Those are the costs there, according to the quick rolls that I just made, using the base price table for this. So that is what you are looking at. So you can buy those if you wish. And is there anything on the list that you would be looking for?
Things on the list. Is the what's it called? Feather of Planmere?
Ellenmere, yep.
Elenmere. I'm misreading my notes.
No, that's all good.
Is that attunement?
I don't believe it is. Now, did I... Wait, is that a custom one? Yes, it is. It is a custom one. Hold on, so I can just tell you. Feather of Ellenmere. Once per long rest, you can cast Featherfall at its base level using this feather instead of a spell slot. And no, it's not attunement. It is just an uncommon item.
Okay. Then I will want to take that. And the Deck of Illusions as well. I'd like to pick up.
Okay, so I will tick those two off. Feather of Ellenmere and Deck of Illusions. Okay, so those are now gone.
I also have some things from the
Deck of Illusions.
Oceans and Brews and such.
Yep, they set up on day 2, I believe. So, Deck of Illusions, I can now remove from the list.
Probably easier if I just send you the list over Discord.
Okie dokie. Feather of Ellenmere. There we go. I have now adjusted that list accordingly. Okay.
Thank you kindly.
So, picking up those items, you happily go about collecting a few of them. They're good to see a few of them gone, because some of them didn't sell from last year, but they also have some stuff which is good for you to have picked up, very much so, before word gets out of where they have set up, as they are very much something that people will go for as you kind of buy these bits and pieces, Carvern with their new items as well. You head off on your way towards the Church of the Dragon Tree. Approaching from what angle? Will you be approaching from the front, or do you think you'll come in through the back of the graveyard area?
Through the back, I think.
Okay. As you approach the church from behind, heading in past kind of what look to be kind of a simple set of gates that lead into the graveyard area, you can't see anyone around here, but you can see there are what looks to be a few doors that are open on either side of the church itself, where you can hear people inside just generally talking and going about bits and pieces. As you wander through, it's quite quiet and peaceful. You can see a few shrines that have been set up underneath kind of the singular large tree in the corner of the courtyard, and you can see that people have left both coins, flowers, necklaces, things that are generally tokens to be giving in some form of memorial or just as a general offering as remembrance. As Carvern heads over, you see she kind of reaches into one of her pockets, and you can see a very crudely put together origami swan as she gently places it on the top of the memorial itself. For numbers, I'm sorry you were gone too soon. She bows her head. there anything you would like to say or do here, Vinny?
I'd like to take out a candle and light it.
Okay. You rest the candle against the shrine, lighting it easily with kind of just a little flick of thaumaturgy as the wick of it otherwise ignites into kind of this gentle little flame. And as there's kind of a light breeze coming through, it does flutter a little bit, but it does still hold its own as you kind of look into the candle. And you remember Marla, remember numbers, and you two kind of stand there solemnly. Is there anything you would like to say or do?
If I could choose, I wish either of you were here instead of me. I think you'd know what to do better. But I promise you I won't let you down.
Go ahead and roll me a d100.
Uh, 34.
34. You say these words, kind of breathing in, noting the kind of the solemn air in this moment, and Carvern just kind of head bowed, eyes closed still for a little bit before nodding to herself, looking at you. Thank you for joining me on this. Now, come on. Let's go see if we can find your friends and, well, see what chaos they're getting up to. As that is where we will end the session for today. You will enjoy your first day at Wizardcon, and there are several more to go. So, see how this goes. For the stream, thank you for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed, and we will see you next week, I believe. I don't think we're missing anyone next week, was it? Or was it the week after?
I'm not sure. Let me just double check.
2nd, 9th, and 16th. I can't remember which. One of them, I think, one of you wasn't
I think
here.
it was the 16th.
16th, I'm not going to be here.
16th, that was the one then. Okay, so we should be all good for the 2nd then, I believe.
I will be late on the 2nd, but I will be attending.
Okay, so depending on if we have Harlan
Yeah.
back, we'll either have a half session or a full session.
Hell yeah.
Okay, so for the stream, thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. There will be a session next week, and until then, bye-bye.
Bye.